What's up, everybody? Getting ready for today's show. You already know it's gonna be a good one right here. It's gonna be a real good one right here. It's gonna be a good one. We got some stuff to cover, y'all. Let me click my light on right here. We got some stuff to cover right here, y'all. It's gonna get real interesting in a second. It really is. It's gonna get real interesting and real hot up in here, real uncomfortable in a second. It's gonna get real uncomfortable in a second. Who's in here with me? Who's in here with me? Who's in here with me? It's about to get uncomfortable in here in a second. Wait till we get a few more people up in here. It's about to get real uncomfortable in here in a second. I'm about to do some replying to MREC. Yeah, it's about to get real uncomfortable here in a second. Y'all know me. I keep it a million on everything. It's about to get real uncomfortable in here in a second. And when I start this, execution style, what's good? Execution style is in the building. And when I start this, if y'all want to call in, that number is 241-731-4725. Okay? Hold the calls for a second. I'm about to do an intro and get started. All right, let's get it, man. What's up, y'all? You know who it is. You know what it is. Your boy DJ LX Star, and this is Toxic TV. Yeah. Shut up. Guys, we're about to get into something real raw right now. I'm pretty sure you saw the title, and this seems to be the thing that's floating around right now. Shout out to the West Coast. The West Coast is in the building. This thing with DMX, so-called dissing Lloyd Banks. I woke up to this earlier today, and when I was looking at it, some told me, you know what? Somebody's going to start a hissy fit over this. And then I turn on, and there it is. It's MREC. MREC, I got a little respect for MREC. MREC has been around for a while doing his thing. But sometimes MREC just jumps out the damn window with things. And one of them things he jumped out the window with, he says that Lloyd Banks is the punchline king and the greatest punchline king ever. Think about that for a second. Out of all the rappers that you have heard, he stands by the fact that Lloyd Banks is the greatest punchline king ever. Come on, Rack. Come on, Rack. Come on, Rack. Be real with yourself. He also goes on to say that Lloyd Banks was the only lyrical G Unit member. It's crazy. Exactly. What is that? Laugh out loud. Banks is not in a million years. Exactly. Here's the thing, man. You cannot sit here and say Lloyd Banks is the greatest punchline rapper of all time. You know how many people you are skipping over? What happened? What about Beanie Siegel? What about Jadakiss? Andre 3000? What about The Game? Let's start with The Game. If memory serves me correctly and serves the rest of the world correctly, I do believe Game ate Lloyd Banks for lunch, breakfast, dinner, and a side snack in 100 bars of running. And I believe he came back and did it again. Exactly. What about Guru? Guru is a dope punchline rapper. Donald Cannon, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate the super chat, man. Exactly. Name 4 songs of Lloyd Banks right now. He also, he went on to say, just ridiculous things, man. I mean, let's go like this, for instance. You got Big L. Exactly. Big L is another one who is a better punchline rapper than Lloyd Banks. He mentioned Big L and said, he said Big L and Lloyd Banks are the 2 greatest ever. I can't even give them the greatest 2 ever. You have too many other people. Like I said, you can't just roll out. I'm going to go lightweight. Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne is a dope punchline rapper himself when he really, really wants to go in on you. He can do this. How about Kendrick? Kendrick is another punchline. How about J. Cole? How do you leave out Papoose? How do you leave out Papoose to say that Lloyd Banks is the greatest punchline rapper of all time? Come on, man. You talk out the side of your neck right now, man. He said DMX is not a lyrical rapper. Big pun. Exactly, Donald. Exactly. He went on to say that DMX is not a lyrical artist? What? Lord Finesse is another one. Big shout out to Lord Finesse. Like, come on, man. Like, be real with yourself, bro. Come on, be real with yourself, man. Be real with yourself. We got 2 for Lord Finesse. DJ Anthology, what's good, my brother? We need to link up, bro. So I'm sitting here like, come on, man. You got people in New York who will tell you that Lloyd Banks is not the punchline king. He's not the greatest punchline king ever. He's dope. Yes, Lloyd Banks says some stuff when he wants to. Yes, he does. But is he the best ever? No. I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that, Donald, because Fabulous is also, I put 1, 2, 3, 4. Fabulous was in my top 4 of punchline rappers. And even with this, I'm not a super big fan of him, but you can't leave out Marshall. Eminem is a monster with punchlines. Like, come on, man, a punchline king. How about Common? How about Race 5'9"? What about Mos Def? There's too many other people, like I said, for him to say. What about Busta Rhymes? What about Joel Santana? Young Chris? There's too many people to leave out. And how can you, Black Thought? And how can you say that Nas, exactly. MF Doom, exactly. How can you say Lloyd Banks is the punchline king when he got 8 up by the game? He got 8 by game. Let's just keep it 1,000. Game 8 G Unit ugly. Let's just keep it 1,000. Let's keep it 1,000, man. Yo, if y'all want to call in, again, that number is 241-731-4725. Call in and be heard. Yo, it's ridiculous right now, man. It's really ridiculous right now, man. Shout out Mike Stevens in the building. Execution Style. Mike. DJ Anthology. Donald is in the building. Yo, man, I mean, it's crazy right now, and everybody jumping out the window with this. Donald said, I'm from New York. Lloyd is nice, but he not up there like that. Jadakiss. There it is, M-Rec. There it is, Rec. I mean, come on, Rec. Come on, Rec. Keep it real with yourself, bro. You jump out the window on a lot of things. Then I couldn't believe you had the audacity to start hating on other people doing their thing. You compared yourself to the Breakfast Club. You said the Breakfast Club is lying about their numbers. Come on, dog. So everybody's lying about their numbers but you. So that means you could be possibly lying about your numbers. Because you said that you're bigger than the Breakfast Club. That's what you said, and don't deny it, because that's what you said. You said it on your live. Now, the crazy thing is, right now, M-Rec's numbers sit at 191,000 followers. Great for you. That is great for you, bro. Yo, kudos by you. Shut up. But the Breakfast Club sit at 4.41 million. How are you? Come on, man. Be real with yourself, man. Be real with yourself. You sound thirsty. You need something to drink. You need something to drink, M-Rec. You sound thirsty, dog. For real, man. Come on, bro. Also, many forgot the MCs who paved the way for the rest of hip-hop to be so big as it is now. Exactly. Then he goes, I'm glad you brought that up, because he also went on to say, somebody called in and said KRS-One. He said, you don't think Lloyd Banks could give KRS-One to smoke on a stage, like battling, bar for bar? And the dude said no. And he totally got into his feelings with that. You know what I'm saying? People have the right to have their own opinion. And if you want to be honest about it, I don't think Lloyd Banks could battle KRS-One either. I don't think he could. You're getting Punchline and Battle completely confused. They're 2 different things, dog. They're 2 different things. And when you're talking about battling from a battle rap standpoint, there's not too many rappers who can stand in front of KRS-One and win. So then he tried to make it like, oh, well, these people get caught up in the old school rappers. That was back then. Who cares about what generation it is? It's about bar versus bar. And I like Lloyd Banks. I got love for Lloyd Banks. But Lloyd Banks is not the bar for bar king. And he could never battle KRS-One and win. Flat out. He just couldn't. And for anybody who would even come up here and say that, you just automatically shut up. You get booed out of here with that, man. It sounds crazy now. Let me kick back up to my peoples in here. KRS-One is a human dictionary, no doubt. Digging this new setup you got. Appreciate it, man. All this about to change too. Everything, the whole walls and everything about to be changed. You're about to see it's about to be really different in here. I really don't think Banks' lyrics is tight. Hell no, KRS-One would smash Lloyd Banks. Here's the thing, man. The first album Lloyd Banks made, Hunger for More, it was a dope album. It was a dope album. I like it. It was dope. You know what I'm saying? It was dope. But here's the thing about Lloyd Banks. Lloyd Banks is dope in moments, in spurts, in moments. He's dope in moments. And if I put these two together, I'm going to say out of Lloyd Banks and Fabulous, I'm going to say Fabulous has better punchlines than Lloyd Banks. Lloyd Banks is good at moments, but Lloyd Banks does spit a lot of punchlines, but all of them don't punch. Some of them hit like a baby smack. It's just what it is, man. I'm keeping it a million right now. And I love Lloyd Banks, but the fact still remains that Lloyd Banks is not the best thing since Air. I'm sorry, bro. It's just not. And I think it's real irresponsible for M-Rec to even try to come on and make this into an argument because of what DMX said. DMX, they was going down a list of dope rappers, right? Him and Fat Man Scoop, right? And they got to Lloyd Banks. And Lloyd Banks said, DMX said, what? Lloyd Banks? Lloyd Banks? Really? Really? Lloyd Banks? Give me 4 bars about Lloyd Banks right now that would impress me. Scoop didn't come with anything. He couldn't think of anything. He said it's something of the effect like, they're not coming to mind right now. Exactly. If you ask me, give me a fabulous bar right now. I'm still living La Vida Loca. Cold price going up on the weed and coca. For the hustlers, for the customers. Nigga, trust the buzz. I hate you making one of the sound the Buster does. Woo-ha! They love me just because I'm in the Gallardo. Laughing like Ricky Ricardo. With the 4-pounder. Pretty gangster shit. I'm the co-founder. I know the difference between pimps and whole hounders. Come on, man. If you really got bars like that, it's going to come to mind just like that. It's gonna come to mind just like that. So come on, man. Dude got me really flustered with this right here because it's garbage right now. Like I said, if y'all want to call in right now, we're doing the live call-ins right now. It's 241-731-4725. Again, 241-731-4725. Call in and be heard, man, because this is crazy to me right now. And I don't know, man. Dude is just M-Rec really got me flustered with that, man. Then he goes on this whole rant about how he started all this stuff with the interviewing rappers and how great he is. Who cares who started what? The point is, it can be shared. There's enough room for everybody to do their thing. But for you to sit here and try to compare your numbers to the Breakfast Club, dude, you sound stark raving crazy. Let me get up close so you can see in case you didn't hear me. You sound stark raving crazy. Like, come on, man. Nobody's going for that, man. See, this is the DMX thing right here. We're going to get it queued up and I'll bring it to y'all so I can hear exactly what was said. So, I'm sorry, y'all. I said 241. I'm sorry, 214. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm so hyped and flustered right now. 214-731-4725. Again, 214-731-4725. Is it on the part queued already? All right, I'm gonna let y'all hear what he said. This is what DMX said. Again, that number is 214-731-4725.
I'm trying to throw Michael on you, which is the mark of the beat. I'm not about the mark of the beat, so that's why I'm feeling like it's the end time. I just want to know. Coronavirus is. That's not going to be the end of the.
That's not it. That's still live. I'm gonna get it pulled up for y'all. But that's the whole thing. I need that part. The whole, like I said, man, the whole thing is like, come on, dog, you bugging, man. I can't sit here and say Lloyd Banks is the best punchline rapper. I refuse to. And for him to even, and then he goes into the whole thing, oh, DMX, we know DMX smokes crack. So what? The whole world knew that. That ain't nothing new, dog. But to even sit here and bring that up goes to show how distasteful you are and how whack you are. You whack, M-Rec, straight up. You whack, my dude. I'll tell you to your face, you whack, my dude. To even bring that up, you whack. I respect you, bro. I really do. I respect what you're doing. I respect you as being one of the people who started this, whole interview thing. I respect that. But at the same time, to sit there and bring up DMX's drug habit into this conversation is whack. And even all your followers who was calling in, they're DMX smoking all the work. That's whack, bro. What does that have to do with the fact that Lloyd Banks is not the punchline king? If y'all want to call, I'm sorry I gave y'all the number wrong. If you want to call, like I said, he got me flustered right now. The number is 214-713-4725. 4725. 214-731-4725. 214-731-4725. Call in and talk to me, man. I come on, man. I can't go for that, man. I can't go for that, man. I just can't, man. You know, Lloyd, like I said, Lloyd Banks is a dope artist, taking nothing from him, but I can't give him, the best on that. And, he goes into this whole thing of that no one is even on Banks' level at all. Wow. Okay, I think we got it right here. It's cute. Here we go, y'all.
Because we let the Catholics go back then, and what he's saying back then is high now. Listen to this. Well, I'm off the mic. This is what I said about Dracula living and dead. Come on. Come on. He was a storyteller back then. Okay, so listen to this. Rakim. Yeah. Bougie Rap. Big Daddy Kane. Yeah. The Mess. Nas. Black Thought. Fabulous. Data Kiss. Slick Rick. Fred the Godson. Raekwon and Ghostface. Biggie. Yeah. Slick Rick. KRS. Lloyd Banks. Big L. Eminem. DMX. Drake. Lloyd Banks. Huh? Lloyd Banks, of course. The illest lines ever. Call 4 bars. Impress me with 4 bars is. Come on, X. Come on. I can't even 4 bars. Yo, it shouldn't be hard. 4 bars. No, fuck it. Give me 2. I can't think of them. Huh? I can't think of them now. I just was right now.
Huh? Really? Come on, bro. Come on, man. What that sound like to y'all? If you're going to sit there and say somebody's the greatest something, you should be able to pull that catalog right away. But he couldn't do that. And M-Rec, man, again, man, you corny for that, dog. Again, y'all, call in, have your voice heard, man. 214-731-4725. Who do you think is the greatest punchline king of all time? Was me, myself, I think it's hard to say of all time because you got so many greats out there. But who do you think is the punchline king, man? And he also went on to say about the people battling on, what they're doing now because of the COVID, the distance battling, the verses, the song, record for record. He said that's whack. So it's whack because you weren't doing it. Then you go on to claim that Timberland and them stole the idea from you. Like, come on, man. You probably even on Timberland's radar, bro. Keep it 1,000. Bro. Keep it 1,000. You probably not even on their radar. Timberland and them stole the idea from you. Yo, that's just hilarious to me, man. That's just hilarious, man. I mean, it's just hilarious. It's just like so many things which you wreck. That's crazy to me, and this low life to me, man. Like even the people that was calling in, you telling them, oh, you ain't getting no super chat, you can't call in. Don't call in unless you pay him. Like, come on, you sound whack right now, dog. If y'all ain't sending no super chat, this is how I keep the show going. No, it's not, because you getting paid from YouTube just like I get paid from YouTube. So stop it, dog. So stop it, man. When people give super chats, salute to you. That's what's up. It's I love it. It's a great thing. But if you don't, it's still no disrespect, man. I love you the same as everybody else that follow. You know what I mean? Or if you ain't giving up no super chat, like, come on, bro. Stop it, man. Let's go back to what my people talk about. Just like Beanie and Bounty. Right. Versus Beanie may have more hits, but when it came to the president's personality, Bounty all day. I said the same thing. Just like KRS-One. Lloyd Punchline can't keep up with personality and style. Down is the PLK. Yo, man, I mean, it's crazy. Let me see. Percy P is dope. He is dope. I should have jumped on the first time you said it. I saw you say it before, but I was in the middle of thought. Percy P is dope. What about that, M-Rec? And then he goes on to try to promote his own album. You want to hear bars and blah, blah. Come on, man. Stop it, bro. Stop. Nobody checking for you like that, dog. Do what you do and talk on YouTube, all right? Lead a rapping to other people, dog. Like, let's just keep it 1,000 here, man. And it's like, you can't talk if you don't pay on super chat. I just thought that was whack to say. That was whack of you, M-Rec. Again, y'all, call in. I want to hear from y'all. Who do you think is a dope punchline rapper? The number is 214-731-4725. Call in. Be live on here. Let's talk. Let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about it, man. You could probably break it down top five for each generation. You can probably break it down top five for each generation. You could. You could break down top five for each generation. You could do that. Definitely. Definitely. But at the same time, their conversation was about overall. And like I said, it just really lost him when he said DMX is not a lyricist. DMX has spit plenty bars, man. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? A positive ID is impossible. So you know, John Doe, what they gonna be putting on that tag on your toe? Now who gonna tell her mother her baby's under a cover in the morgue, stiff as a log? Come on, man. So you got what you came for. Surgery with the chainsaw. Like, come on, man. Stop it with yourself, man. Motherfuckers think it's all about impressing bitches and stressing bitches. Well, I'm testing bitches game. I'm dressing bitches and caressing bitches. Come on, man. Really? Really, bro? Come on, man. Be real with yourself. Be real with yourself, bro. Be real with yourself, man. DMX is not a lyricist. Be real with yourself, man. And all them callers that was calling on his channel who was just trying to dump on DMX, y'all get the finger straight up, man. Straight up. And I know if he comes across it, he'll probably say, oh, well, he ain't even that big. You know what? I don't have to be that big. That's cool. But you dumped on other people too. You know, y'all little people, y'all ain't nothing. Y'all ain't talking about y'all. Y'all ain't even that serious. Like, yo, here's the thing, bro. The thing about it is you can have a bunch of followers all day long, but how many loyal ones do you have? That's the whole thing. But the whole thing about it is, man, is giving out correct information, bro, and being open-minded about things. So I'm like, this, come on, man. Like, and then you're saying something like you're the blueprint of interviewing rapper. Like, come on, dog. You sound stupid right now, man. You sound stupid. You sound stupid right now. You sound stupid right now, man. There are plenty of people who was around doing this before you, dog. You sound stupid right now. Like, come on, bro. Again, the number is 214-731-4725. Call in and talk to me, man. I want to hear from y'all, man. Who do you think is a dope punchline rapper other than Lloyd Banks, man? It's just nutty to me, man. It's just really crazy to me, man. This is what I get up to today, y'all. And I had planned I was going to upload my other interviews that I did, man. I did some interviews in Topic Radios. You know, I'm about to upload the video tonight on Tekashi 6ix9ine. You know, again, y'all, call in, holla at me, man. Interviews want to drop in to say what up. M-Rex sound like one of those rappers who is stuck in the Matrix with Agent Smith. That's a good one. Execution style, that's a good one. Call up here, holla at me. Matter of fact, you know what? I'm going to start with you. Execution style, man. Anthology. Y'all get on the lines, man, and holla at me, man. 214-731-4725. Again, 214-731-4725. I'm trying this new thing out right now where I'm taking the callers in and everything now, trying to make this a little easier than going through Instagram and all that stuff. So we trying to work that out. But yeah, man, that just really ruffled me. It really did ruffle me. And like I said, for you to bring DMX drug habit into it was just all kinds of distasteful, bro. It was distasteful, bro. It was completely distasteful, bro. It was real distasteful and low of you. What does DMX drug habit have to do with the conversation of hip hop? Nothing. You think DMX is the only rapper who's doing drugs? You got rappers out here with snorting coke in the whole nine. They'll never tell you they were, but I know for a fact a lot of them were. A lot of them were. I know that for a fact. So I mean, let's just be real with yourself, man. Be real with yourself. Shout out to my man Madova, the Italian boss of jewelry making, hooked me up with the Diamond Cuban. You know what I mean? Gave me the discount price on the Diamond Cuban. Salute to you. Shout out to you and all my people out there in Staten Island doing their thing. Let's go back to some more comments. I want to call, but at work. It's all good, bro. It's all good. I understand. I understand this early. Y'all at work. I understand. You know, I understand. I get it. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But again, if you got a few minutes, anybody, call in. I would love to hear your opinion. Just give me your opinion on who you think the bar for bar punchline. I can't even say king because there's no one person who's the king of it. There's no one person who's the king of it. Because in all honesty, I think bar for bar, Jadakiss would eat Lloyd Banks down. Straight up. He will eat Lloyd Banks down, man. He would eat Lloyd Banks down. That's all I can say. He would eat Lloyd Banks to death, bro. He would eat Lloyd Banks to death. I'm sorry. He just would. He just would. He just would. Pound line for line, like I said, Eminem. I'm not even a big Eminem fan, but I know Eminem would chew Lloyd Banks down. If it ever came head to head with these two dissing each other, I don't think he would even take that challenge. I don't think Banks would even take that challenge. Because you already know how that's going to turn out. And of course, it'll be argued, oh, he had this big white fan base. Take the fan base away. And let's just deal with the music in the bars. Lloyd Banks is not the dopest thing. I'm sorry, but he's just not, man. He's just not, man. I mean, comparison of Lloyd Banks, how about this? Royce 5'9". What about Royce 5'9"? Royce 5'9" is a monster in his own right when it comes to the bars, man. He was a monster with it before Eminem was, in all realness. If you want to be real about it. So I don't know, man. I just thought that was just real corny to me. And MREC, you say a lot of stuff, man. You jump out the window on a lot of things, man. You jump out the window with a lot of things, man. Even with yourself, no one can see you with bars. Really? Homie, trust me on this. I would tear you down with bars. I would tear you down with bars. In fact, none of y'all have ever heard me spill before anyway, because I was just away from that. But I always move my pen to sharpen myself. You know what I'm saying? You said nobody wants to see you with bars, right? That's what you said. So I'll tell you this, man. I'll tell you this. I came straight from the brick house, back to the block. Man, I'll shoot a fair one before I run from a cop. Name any rapper you want, friends of mine, they not. Look, I don't care if they was born and raised on the same block. All I know is get bread, all types of bread, because you gonna need every dollar, dog, to fight up them feds. Every broad ever been around and gave me some head. I can't lie, never had hard times like Jigga did. Look here, I was bagging that before I was bagging cash. Noriega shit one every day of the week. I'm a grinder, homeboy, ain't no playing in me. Fuck a drive-by, you can get fried from 6 feet. Get your mind right or get it all over the street. We live a high life, everything from chronic to the E. Keep a dime tight, never get a dollar from me. Must have thought I was an NBA star or something. Look, I used to show to the party, bros wouldn't touch me. They said they love me, but something more like a buddy. Until they found out that dude dead getting money. Blew in this bitch quick like a 4-speed buggy. Full contact, a nigga like rugby. Your dame love me, but I'm low down in cruddy. When it comes to that money, I'll cut up my best buddy. Snake nigga, but want a damn soul trust him. Wait, they want him gone, but want a damn soul touch him. Rock major, fry high like a skyscraper. Worldwide like a sky pager. Bad broad, chew it down like an hour later. Look here. I'm so PA, baby. Southwest Illidale niggas is crazy. Make money, pop pills, smoke till we faded. Come on, Mark. Nobody wants it with you with bars. Nobody wants it with you with bars. And that was light. Come on, bro. Kill yourself, bro. You sound crazy to me. You got me in my bag right now and you got me flustered right now. Come on, bro. Stop it. And that was lightweight for me, man. I love these rappers who do a lot of underground solid projects, side projects. No doubt. No doubt. 5'9" is underrated indeed. No doubt. MREC been sour since his rap career ain't take off. He hates on every social platform up here in New York. Hey, yo, there it is right there, and I totally agree. Damn, bro, LX with Mark Lloyd Banks. Hey, yo, man, I appreciate the execution style. Damn, LX with Mark Lloyd Banks. And that was light, bro. That was light, and I'm a DJ, and that was light, homie. You said nobody wanted with you with bars? Come on, Rap. Man, kill yourself. Anytime, any day, any place, any amount of money, put it up, name the place, I will show up and bake you. Straight up, I'll bake you, bro. Come on, man. Stop with it. Like I said, bro, I love you as a brother. I respect you on a lot of things that you've done, but you jumped out the window with no parachute with this one, man. You straight shot some heroin in your veins, said F the parachute and jumped out the window, man. That's what you did, man. That's exactly what you did, man. For real, man. That's what you did, bro. And you come on, man. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. I keep forgetting that it's Monday and a lot of people are at work right now. I know that the cities and everything opened back up. MREC was great when he first started with interviewing rappers. But just like Yahoo, you don't keep up with time then. Oh, how about that? How about that? If you don't keep up with time, or Google will come in and take over. So you know what, man, Donald, that could have been said any better. Let's go through that one again. MREC was great when he first started with interviewing rappers, but just like Yahoo, you don't keep up with the time, then a Google will come in and take over. So you can't get upset about what you can't even speak on what you did in the past. I mean, after all, you said out your own mouth that people get stuck on the past with old school rapper. That's what you said. So therefore, we can't get stuck on the past of what you did either. You don't get a pass. You don't get a pass either, bro. You don't get a pass. And just because you got a lot of followers, again, it doesn't mean that your numbers are. I know how YouTube works, dog. I've been doing this for a long time myself. I know how YouTube works, bro. I know how YouTube works, bro. A lot of your followers that you got on there, I know how this works, bro. Just because you got a lot of followers don't mean they tuning in. Because we also know that people will drift off the map and just forget to unsubscribe from you. So keep it 1,000, bro. Keep it a buck. You might be able to run that down on people who don't know how this works, but you can't run that down on me. I know how this works. I know how this YouTube thing works. And the thing with YouTube, I don't do this for the money. And anybody who follows me knows it because I've always said it. I don't do this for the money. If I did this for the money, I would have made the information videos I gave about DJing, I would have made them shorter. They would have been shorter. But I didn't. I gave you the whole game. If I gave a subject, I spoke on it 20 minutes, whatever it took to give you the whole game. Because I give y'all the whole game and I keep it 1,000. I didn't make little 5-minute videos and 20 parts of one subject. I didn't do that. So obviously I'm not here for the money. I'm not tripping about money. I'm good on that. I'm not tripping about money. You trip about money. That's why you tell your followers, oh, you ain't paying, you can't call in and talk to me. You whack, bro. Straight up on a lot of levels. Again, I love you as a brother, and I respect everything that you did. But you shot some dope into your arm and jumped out the window with no parachute, my dude. That's exactly what you did, bro. That's exactly what you did. You jumped out the airplane with no parachute right now at 30,000 feet and falling. That's whack what you did. And it's crazy because I was sitting back with my wife and I said, you know what? When DMX said it, I said, watch, somebody gonna make a sissy fit out of this. The very next video is MREC. It's MREC. Then you talk about everybody else calling them dirty and all that. Come on, dog. Be real with yourself, man. Come on, man. Be real with yourself, bro. Be real with yourself, man. They dirty because they don't get no homage. Nobody got to pay homage. People pay homage because they want to pay homage, because they feel you deserve that respect and deserve that homage. I don't ask anybody to pay homage to me. But if you give me homage, that's what's up. That's what's up, man. Left my ass off. That is a fact. Straight up, man. I got to watch the podcast in full. Even MREC callers went off on DMX. It says in the description. That's crazy. They did. A lot of them jumped off the... Yo, one of the callers came in. Yo, DMX smoking all the work. He's smoking all the work because he didn't agree that Lloyd Banks was a top-tier punchline rapper. Shows how people worship their idols. Exactly. But let's keep it 1,000. DMX got love from all around the world. A lot of people in New York always was hating on DMX for some reason. DMX is on that powder. Okay, Hood Atheist said DMX is on that powder. Hood Atheist, call in because I would like to know what that has to do with him saying that Lloyd Banks is not the king, the punchline king. So I would love for you to call in with that, man. The number is 214-731-4725. 241-731-4725. That's epic, yo. Dope Records is in the building. What's good, Dope Records? Hey, Hood, call up here, man. Call up here, man, and explain that comment you just made, man. DMX went through a whole lot of things, bro. Lost about everything. You know what? That's true. DMX did go through a lot of things. But you know why DMX gets so much respect and why he's so prominent? He didn't fake it and he didn't hide it. It is what it is. He came out talking about smoking crack. He told a story about how somebody laced his blunt and he was addicted ever since. It takes a man to be able to do that. Stop it, Hood Atheist. Why we always got to bring ourselves down? Exactly, Donald. Exactly. I'm waiting for him to call up here and defend his point of what he said. Man up, bro. Man up, Hood. Man up. Man up, Hood. Man up. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Toxic TV, you live. Who is this, bro?
Yo, man, it's Hood Atheist.
All right, Hood.
What's up,
Talk.
man?
All right, Hood. Talk to me, bro. It ain't no hate thing, man. It's all love. I want to get your opinion on that. Let's go, man.
Yeah. First of all, I like to say, man, X is my favorite artist.
No doubt.
X is. There's nobody better than X to me. X and 50 is my favorite artist of all time.
No doubt.
Right? But with that said, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be very honest with you. X, not to say he's really high, but I mean, he must be losing his mind to think that Banks ain't nice. And for him to say that is ridiculous.
I'll say this,
And coming
bro.
from a legend like him, that kind of seemed like some kind of hate. And it's not the first time I've seen X hate. Right? You talking about his number one fan, right? You talking about one of them dudes that slipping, I'm falling is my life. Right? I love that.
Right.
But, you know, I'm going to call a spade, and it is what it is.
Okay, I can respect that. But here's the thing, bro. Here's the thing. Being a hip hop, you say you an X fan, so that tells me that you a real deep rooted hip hop fan, right?
Right.
Would you say that Lloyd Banks is the punchline king of all time?
Of all time?
That's what Emrex said. Emrex said Lloyd Banks is the greatest punchline king ever.
That's a fact. Lloyd Banks is the best punchline king I've heard. And I've heard them all. I've heard Cool G rap, Big Daddy Kane. I listened to them in their prime, right? And never once have I heard an artist put this shit together like him. Punches after punches, similes, different kind of, like, Banks embodies what an MC is. And this is why I'm saying X must be high.
Okay, well, here's the thing. With Lloyd Banks, and I'll say it again, I like Lloyd Banks. Lloyd Banks is dope. I OD'd on that first album. On a couple of mixtapes that he was on, I OD'd on those. But to say that he's the punchline king when you have people like the Jadakiss around, you got people like Papoose. People keep leaving Papoose out the equation. You talking about a punchline monster?
Pap is my guy. Pap is my guy.
Pap is a beast, and he made.
Pap is the beast. I'm not gonna lie.
And here's my thing. Papoose might not be on the mainstream level to make the perfect mainstream song, but when you dissect them bars, he's one person that I put over Lloyd Banks, punchline for punchline.
All right, I'm gonna say this, right? Because I'm honest about everything. Now, if you put Papoose and Banks in the same room, Papoose destroys Banks to me, right? Because Papoose is he's just on a higher level when it comes to rap.
Right.
And I think he's one of those people that he's very underrated.
Very,
right?
very,
So
yes.
I'm looking at it like Pat can beat Banks, but there's certain things that a person works on, like patenting, like Kobe's fadeaway, patenting. A lot of people do that fadeaway, but nobody does it like Kobe. So to me, what Banks did was stamp his name on punches, because that's the thing that he most pays attention to when other artists, goes outside and do other things. He's sticking to what he first came to the game doing, which is punches.
Okay, somebody.
And that's why he's the king.
Okay, somebody put up here. They said, "What about terminology?"
Terminology as far as what?
As far as bars and punchlines.
He embodies that. He embodies that. I look at Banks like Banks is on a level of Jadakiss. That's how I look at Banks.
Okay.
People's tripping, man. If they not really like paying attention to Banks, they need to go back and listen to these Halloween mixtapes, and they need to like really soak up what Banks is doing, man. Yo, one of the darkest, coldest poets that you gonna hear on a mic. And we need to celebrate that.
And you know what? And you're right about that. I will definitely, like I said, everything is a matter of opinion, a matter of taste. I love Lloyd Banks.
Right.
Lloyd Banks is dope. I always thought Lloyd Banks was dope. One of my favorite joints he did is when he blew up the block party for DJ Envy, the Murder Inc. disc. I love the joint. It was dope how he did it.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it followed Charlie Baltimore. Her studio hour is a waste. She looked like she took a bag of flour to the face. She wants street credibility. Instead, I'm gonna sting you. Come on, John. You put a fucking crackhead on your single. It was dope. It was dope. Yes, phenomenal. Phenomenal. It was great. It was great. But at the same time, you got people over here. Another person who I think is a punchline bar for bar king is Fabulous. Fabulous has said some shit to make you go, woo! You know what I mean?
Of course.
You know, so I think,
Move its flow.
yes, no doubt. I would say it's fair to say that he's on a level with these greats, but I can't give him the best of all time.
All right. So would you say that X is tripping when X said, name one line from Banks? Is X not losing his mind or not?
I answer that like this. It depends on the context, because from what I understand that he was saying was, if he, hold on, hear me out. I just got it from the point, what I gathered from that was he's saying like, yo, if Lloyd Banks is so dope to you, give me 4 bars. Better yet, give me 2 bars. And Scoop couldn't give him right away. And he was saying, okay, well, look, if somebody's so dope, you should be able to pull those bars out just like that. That's the point I believe he was trying to make.
I mean, he asking the wrong person to be technical with it. He's asking the wrong person.
I can agree with that too. I
doubt that man was sitting there listening to Lloyd Banks mixtapes or Fab mixtapes or anything like that. So he asking the wrong person. If he asks a hip hop head, the hip hop head is going to look at X like X is crazy. When X asks the person to name, I mean, Banks actually made his careers off of one-liners and hard punches. What is X talking about?
Okay, I can agree with that. I'm gonna tell you what, bro. Hang around for a minute, cause I'm gonna bring you back on. And I'll give you the shot to call back in. Let me get some of these other brothers on here. But your point is noted, and I agree with a lot of what you said too. This ain't no basher thing. I agree with a lot of what you said.
Yeah. I ain't bashing him. That's my number one guy.
No doubt, brother. No, I'm talking as far as me to you, it's all love, baby.
No doubt.
Where you calling from, cuz?
Keep up the good work.
Appreciate it. Where you calling from?
I'm calling from Bronx, New York.
Bronx, New York is in the building. I got a lot of fam out there in the Bronx. The Boogie Down Bronx is getting it in. The home of KRS-One, you feel me? Yes, sir. And I'll make sure I give you the shot to call back in, bro. We chop this up some more.
No doubt.
Be safe. Again, y'all, that number is 214-731-4725. Call in. You heard what the brother said. The brother's agreeing that Lloyd Banks is the number one and DMX is bugging. So call up here. All right, we got another call up here. Let's see what it is. Toxic Radio caller, you are on the air. What's your name and where you calling from?
My name is Mike. I'm calling from Virginia.
Virginia's in the building. What part of VA you from, bro?
I'm from Falls Church.
Fall Church is in the building, not too far from me, my old stomping grounds. Yeah, Fall Church is in the building. All right, run it down, bro. What you think?
I have to agree with my man DMX on this one. Banks to me was always just a mid-tier rapper. I thought he brought off the momentum of G Unit. As far as bars, can you really recite any bars off the top of your head from Lloyd Banks? No, not really. I mean, I'm just keeping it real on that one. I don't see it, but yeah, I mean, I'm a huge Banks fan, but there are levels to this shit.
Right.
So, I'm riding with DMX on this one.
I'll say this. Well, let me ask you this. Would you put Lloyd Banks in the top 5 of best punchline rappers ever?
No.
Not even in the top 5?
No.
Give me your top 5.
I would have to say, in no particular order, but 5 guys I could name better than him. Lil Wayne. I think Ludacris is better than he is.
Whew, Luda.
Yeah. Punchline rapper, yes, I think he's better. I would have to say Method Man's better than he is.
Method Man.
Big L.
Big
And
L.
I'll take Jay-Z over.
Jay-Z. Okay. You know, a lot of people sleep on Jay too. Go back and listen to some of them old joints that Jay has said, but I've heard Jay-Z say some shit, bro. Straight up. I've heard Jay say something, and I'm not even the biggest Jay-Z fan.
Definitely.
Yeah, man, but Jay says some stuff, bro. He really does, man. And I appreciate you calling in. Big shouts out to the Falls Church, Virginia. Hang around, bro. And if you want to call back in, you can do that, all right?
All right.
Thanks for stopping by, man. Peace. We got one for Lloyd Banks. We got one against Lloyd Banks. Woo, it's getting heated up in here right now. Shout out to Donald Cannon, man. Thank you for the super chat, bro. Asked him to explain what Colt gotta do that with talent. He brought it up, so let him explain. Yeah, you know, Hood. That's a good question. Somebody want to know. Well, he kind of explained the Coke thing, but at the same time, they want to know what does the Coke thing have to do with DMX's decision as far as the talent goes. You know what I'm saying? Granted, we know DMX had the drug habit, but what does that have to do with his decision? You know, I mean, I know crackheads. I used to hustle, and I learned a lot of stuff from crackheads as they was getting high. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, yeah. Let me see. Lloyd Banks top 20. 15 out of 20. Okay. He says it's 15 out of 20 for Lloyd Banks. So come on, y'all. Let's get the calling in. Again, that number is 214-731-4725. And don't forget to smash that like button, y'all. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel. 214-731-4725. 214-731-4725. Let's get it in, man. We're talking about, does anybody even think, let's flip this question a little bit. Does anybody even think that DMX was dissing Lloyd Banks? Let's ask that question. That's the root of it. Was DMX even dissing Lloyd Banks? Or was he just giving his opinion? But did he diss Lloyd Banks? It was sarcastic saying he must be high. I'll tell you, my friends, that all the time. Okay, I tell my friends that all the time. He said it was just sarcasm. It was just sarcasm, Donald. He said it was just sarcasm. So let's flip the script. Was DMX even dissing Lloyd Banks? Was he dissing Lloyd Banks? Do you honestly think he was dissing Lloyd Banks? Let's get to that part. Again, that numbers. I know my man. I think he said from Africa. Let's go back. Oh, even Mace has punchlines. Well, Murder Mace with Harlem World was a monster in his time. Definitely. He could hang with Banks. Terminology, I think, it's kind of the same level as Papoose. I give you that too. Okay, Dope Records want to pull up with the number again. The number again is 214-731-4725. From Nigeria. Yeah, man. Tap in here, man. I would love to hear what Nigeria think too, man. Definitely call in, man. Everybody call in. Everybody call in, man. 214-731-4725. Do you think DMX was dissing Lloyd Banks? Or do you think he just gave his opinion? Because M. Rex seemed to think that he was just dissing Lloyd Banks. And me, myself, I didn't see he was dissing Lloyd Banks. I see he just gave his opinion. Has X hated on rappers before, as Hood brought up? Okay, that can be argued. Sure, DMX has a way of expressing himself, and the way he expresses himself is, I don't care. I'm going to just say what I feel and think at that moment. Yes, he has gone at Drake. He thought Drake was whack. He went at the Lil B dude, you know, who makes an album called I'm Gay. I mean, but, you know, is he wrong for expressing himself? I can't say he is. He lucky Banks don't get in the studio and destroy him. That's a good point, Hood. That's a real good point. Because honestly, from the way that this is blowing up right now, and I'm pretty sure there's going to be tons of videos after this with the same conversation, I do see Lloyd Banks getting in the studio and saying something towards DMX. But then he might be the bigger person to say, you know what, I'm not going to get involved in that route. But at the same time, it can blow back against Lloyd Banks because somebody could easily say, oh, you took this as a chance to try to be relevant again. So there's many different ways. That guillotine cuts many different ways, bro. It cuts many different ways. It could work for, but it could also work against. There's a lot of dogs in the doghouse, man. I know there's a lot of G's in the unit as well. You know, that will be real interesting. Lloyd Banks, DMX. I think that would be real interesting, man. You got the young phenom Lloyd Banks. You got the dark man DMX, the dog. Woo! That's big. Because you know if Lloyd Banks disses DMX not going to just lay down and not say nothing back. The dog is going to come out. He going to be like, yo, Swizzy, get up. It's time for us to get him. I can see that happening. And it'll go back and forth for a minute. But that's real interesting for that to happen, though. So again, the number is 214-731-4725. I know some of y'all at work, but some of y'all asked my man to call in. Hood called in. You got to call in too. Hood called in and defended his point. He called in and addressed what was said. So, hey, the very second I told him to call in, he called in. So where y'all at? 214-731-4725. To be honest, I would like to get Rec in here. I would like for M Rec to call in on here. I would like for him to call in on here. I really would. That would be really bang. And let me say this too. It ain't for no attention, my dude, because I don't need the attention. As I said, life for me is really, really good. But I would like for you to come on here and defend what you said, because no one got to challenge you on it. Instead, everybody was calling you and agreeing with you and just totally disrespecting DMX. So I would like to see M Rec come in here with that. The number is 214-731-4725. Let's talk about it, y'all. Is Lloyd Banks the punchline king? Troy Allen says Lloyd Banks is the punchline king. Well, here's the thing, Troy. There's people who disagree. So you need to get on the line, bro, and call up here and defend it. Defend your comment. Defend your belief. Defend what you say. Defend who you stand behind. The number is 214-731-4725. Again, 214-731-4725. Let's go, y'all. You're typing it in inside the chat. Let's see you spill it on the radio, man. Let's come on. Bring that same energy up here on the radio, bro. Let's go. Don't tell me that the Bronx and VA the only ones who are able to call up here and defend their point. Let's go. Let's get it. Again, the number 214-731-4725. Is Lloyd Banks the punchline king of all time? Was DMX even dissing Lloyd Banks by saying he's not? Yeah. Let's get it. You need the number again? 214-731-4725. Come on, Troy. Holla at me. You know how we do. We go back like car seats, bro. Call up in here and let's go, man. Let's get up in here and defend that point, bro. You see, top 15 or top 20. He around there. Okay, top 15, top 20. Okay, I can go with that. Okay. Top 15, top 20. Like I said, man, me, myself, from my standpoint, there's a whole lot of rappers out there who get it in with them bars, man, for me to say that he's the greatest of all time. And like I said, one person I put up there that me and Hood agreed on, I'm glad brothers can come along and agree on things. We both agreed that Papoose, man. Whoo. That dude, man. That dude, I feel for any MC who steps into a small room with that guy wanting to go back and forth. You're gonna get wrapped up. Straight up. You're gonna get wrapped up. Straight up. Come on, y'all. Let's go. The number is 214-731-4725. Come on, Troy. You gotta defend that point, bro. Come on. You said Lloyd Banks, punchline king. Let's get it. Is he the PLK? Let's go. M-Rec, if you out there somewhere or somebody came across this and know M-Rec, tell them. Call in and defend that point, bro. You had a whole lot of stuff that you were saying. I watched the podcast. I watched what you said. I watched the whole thing. So come on in here and defend what you said, bro. Defend what you said, man. Did DMX indeed diss Lloyd Banks? Myself personally, I don't think he dissed Lloyd Banks. I don't think there was a diss to Lloyd Banks. I really don't think there was a diss. And I think to blow it out of proportion as if it was a diss is irresponsible, bro. It's irresponsible. It's irresponsible, y'all. Because for one, I would never tell another person what they meant by something, or that was a diss. I would never do that. I can never do that by telling somebody what they meant by something. I can only go off of the context of what they said it in, and of how they said it. And it just sound like to me that he was just like, yo, not dissing Banks, because we know DMX. If DMX think you trash, he gonna say, yo, he's trash. That nigga there is trash. He gonna come out, he gonna say it to you. He not gonna care how nobody feel about it. He's gonna come out and say it. I honestly think that came from a standpoint of just saying like, yo, Banks is good, but this not, to me, he's not the greatest, punchline dude. Now, I will say this. If DMX indeed meant that from a standpoint of saying that Banks is not nice, if that is indeed what he's saying, then yes, DMX is tripping. Lloyd Banks is nice. He's nice. He's a monster in his own right. He's a beast. He's a phenom. He is. He is. I mean, I ain't the richest, but I'm richer than y'all. Lloyd Banks is like the young Will Chamberlain. All I do is fuck bitches and ball. My 16 niggas to splatter you for talking that shit. You'll have to hire a doctor just to walk around with. Yeah, Banks gets it in. He does. So to say that Banks is trash, nah. I'm never going to agree to say Banks is trash. So, but that's not what I heard DMX say. I think he was just like, yo, he just don't do it for me. After all, the conversation was between those two gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? But on a lot of levels, I think MREC is tripping on a lot of levels. Especially like I said, we're bringing the whole crack thing into it. That I thought that was a low punch. That wasn't even a punch in the balls, man. That was like a hammer to the toe, the baby toe at that. But I can't even go with that. So right now, again, I'm putting a number out. Who do you think is the punchline king? Or do you think Lloyd Banks is the punchline king of all time? Or do you think that DMX was even dissing Lloyd Banks? That number is 214-731-4725. 214-731-4725. Let's get it. Via YL in the building. YL Deporter is in the building. He said, I feel it was a diss. Banks was the best in the unit. One of the greatest groups of hip hop. He feels it was a diss. YL, you know what I'm about to say, right? Call in here, talk about it, defend your comment, because I definitely gonna have questions for you as well. So call in 214-731-4725. This is not ambush radio. We just genuinely trying to get to the bottom of this and see what people think. All right. Again, it's 214-731-4725. Let's go, YL. Let's go, YL. Let's go, man. Pick up that phone, man. Let's go. Defend your point. Let's get it. Troy, I ain't hear from you yet, Troy. You kind of quiet back there, man. Crickets. Come on, man. Let's get it. He said he felt that DMX was dissing Banks. He felt DMX was dissing Lloyd Banks. I would like to know why you feel so. I really like to know that. Again, the number, y'all, is 214-731-4725. We're doing call-ins now. Let's get it. You can call up and voice your opinion. Let's go. Did DMX diss Lloyd Banks? And is Lloyd Banks the PLK punchline king of all time? Is he the best ever? Is he the punchline king? That's what we're talking about right now. I just, like I said, I can only speak from my standpoint. I just didn't feel like he was dissing Banks. So let's get up. Let's get into it, y'all. Let's see. London Stackhouse is in the building. What's good, London Stackhouse? He said best ever. London, I'm going to give you the chance I gave everybody else. 214-731-4725. Call it in. Let's talk about it. Why do you feel he's the best ever? Why is he the best ever when you have, like I said, you got Papoose, you got Fab, you got Andre 3000, you have Joel Santana, Gilly the Kid, Beanie Siegel, all these punchline dudes, Mos Def, Royce 5'9", Common. Again, the number is 214-731-4725. I'm real curious to know why you think he's the best. Let's see. He said Mixtape Banks. Mixtape Banks. Mixtape Banks. What about Mixtape Jadakiss? Huh, London? Yeah, didn't think I was gonna come back on you like that, did you? Huh? What about Mixtape Jadakiss? What about Mixtape Jadakiss in comparison to Mixtape Lloyd Banks? How about that? Do you think that Banks is bar for bar better than Papoose? So while we wait to see if anybody else call in, I got to get Hood back up in here. Hood, hit me up, dog. I need to understand if you think that he was just outright dissing DMX. I mean, dissing Lloyd Banks. So you're saying that Lloyd Banks is better than Jadakiss on Mixtape? That's what you're saying, bar for bar? That's what you're saying, London? Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's get it. The number is 214-731-4725. Let's get it. Calling you live. Where you from? What's your name? Caller. Can't hear you, caller. I can't hear you, my dude. Try to hit me back, man. Can you hear me? Let's see. Caller. I don't know what's going on with that. Give me a second, just I'm fiddling around with this. Make sure it's not on my end. I don't believe it is. But give me a second and make sure it's not on my end, all right? Lloyd Banks Victory Freestyle. I remember that freestyle. Yeah, it was murderous. It was murderous. It was very murderous. It was a lethal freestyle. The damn sure was. It was a very lethal freestyle. Let's see. Calling you live. Calling you live. I don't know what's going on right now, bro. Oh, okay. It's saying I'm receiving unwanted calls or SMS. For some reason, I don't know why it's trying to block you. I don't know why it is. The program doing that for some reason. I don't know why. Okay, try it again now, bro. Yeah, it's let me see. Cannabis was the mixtape legend till LL Cool J shut him down. You know, do you really believe that LL Cool J shut him down, or was that a whole label situation being he's bigger? Yo. Okay, hold on with the calls for a second. I think I see what's going on here. I think it's something that I actually did. So give me 1 second, bro. But definitely keep the comments in the chat going. I'm reading everything. I'm reading everything. Cannabis. Do you think Lloyd Banks can match Cannabis bar for bar? Punchline for punchline? Cannabis at his height and Lloyd Banks at his height. Who wins that? That's interesting. Who wins that? What's that again? Cannabis versus Lloyd Banks. Both of them in their prime at their height. Who wins? Who wins? Who y'all think wins? Who do you think wins? Caller, can you hear me? Caller, can you hear me? All right, bro. They gotta give me a little second. I gotta do like some technical difficulty damage controlling, which I'm not gonna be here too much longer anyway. I just want to get everybody's opinion on here, man. So I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. Trying to figure out what's going on with this. But keep them comments coming. I'm gonna get my assistant to fix that real quick. Lloyd Banks is making a comeback 2020. I'm gonna tell you something, man. I don't think Lloyd Banks ever left. He just fell back from G Unit, but he never left because even on YouTube, he still got music that he puts out. He still does music videos and everything. So I don't think Lloyd Banks ever left, really. I don't think Lloyd Banks ever left. I need you to do some damage control for me. For some reason, when a person tried to call in, and they kept saying, or just go out and go back in for me and I give it to you. It's getting damage control right now, y'all, and I'll get y'all back on the calls. But I don't think Lloyd Banks ever left, man. I think Banks just fell back for a second. But at the same time, fell back from G Unit because he was still making music. He was still out here doing his thing. So, yes, I don't think Banks ever left, man. And making a comeback, maybe for his album-wise, I would love to hear something new from Lloyd Banks. Like I said, I like Banks. I love Banks. I'm a Banks fan. That first album was just seriously bananas and nutty to me. Hold on one second, caller. Let me see if this is going to work here. Let's see if this works here. Can you hear me, caller? Caller. Nope. Grab the damn drone. If they call in, let's go and answer this. Make sure to see if it's working. Okay, we got a comment came in. See. All you have to do is listen to Lloyd Banks from his victory verse, one of the greatest verses ever. And that's from DJ Sean. DJ Sean, what's good? Can you play Lloyd Banks' Cold Summer? It's unfair because Cannabis was a punchline and battle MC. I'm gonna throw the number back out there in a minute, London. I got my assistant is doing the damage control one. I think it was actually a setting that I hit by mistake. But I can't fumble with it and talk to you guys. So that's being fixed right now. As soon as it comes back in here, I will put the number back out there again. When we're talking about punchlines and the greatest of all time, I don't think it's unfair. You still gotta you still can put it out there because we're talking about greatest of all time. So therefore, you gotta bring out everybody. Man, Papoose, Alphabet Slaughter can match that. Yo, how about that? So let me get this right. Donald, you're saying that Papoose' Alphabet Slaughter matches Lloyd Banks' Victory Freestyle? Whoo! Is that what you're saying right now? I would love to see the reaction if you say yes. Do you think the Alphabet Slaughter was better than Lloyd Banks' Victory Freestyle? He didn't leave. He just got left behind due to changes. Rap is right. You know what? That is a point. Lloyd Banks didn't leave. He got left behind because rap is now ABC. Right. The punchlines are going over this generation's head. They don't have the mental capacity or something like that, or the attention span to keep up with that kind of stuff. Could you imagine this generation right now listening to Wu-Tang Clan? It would be nuts. Eminem is the greatest of all time when it comes to punchlines. Now you are bugging. Eminem is not the greatest of all time when it comes to punchlines. You are bugging. You're bugging hard right now, Sean. Sean, you just went 50,000 feet up in the air. Matter of fact, you know what a guy who jumped from space down to Earth, you just did that with no parachute, bro. Banks in his prime now, so I got Banks over Cannabis. Hood got Banks over Cannabis. And don't worry about it. As soon as this gets damage control, I'm going to have y'all call in. Or terminology, circulate. So sick on that. Yeah. He did melt on the J Dilla beat. He damn sure did. He did. You said Eminem is the greatest punchline of all time. I'm not going to give Eminem the greatest of all time. I'm not going to give Eminem that. Eminem is dope. He's very dope, but the greatest, no, I can't give him that. And this has nothing to do with color or anything. It's just, I'm a hip hop head, and I'm really, when I listen to people rap, I really slow things down. I listen to what you're saying. Eminem is dope, definitely. He's a monster in his own right, definitely. But the greatest, no, because Eminem has said some things that is kind of like, He said, okay, I'm a captain. I'm like, but worth a try. Donald, that's why I mess with you, bro. Yes, Fred the Godson. Fred the Godson. Yes. And you know what, man? Something I got to do real quick. Moment of silence for Fred the Godson, man. 10 scratches for Fred the Godson. Rest in peace, Fred the Godson. Another monster in his own right. Definitely a giant, definitely a king, and definitely a very big loss to hip hop. I would have loved to see what his full potential would have been. Definitely. So yeah, definitely. Rest in peace to Fred. Rest in power to Fred the Godson. No doubt. I'm glad you brought that up. I'm really glad you brought that up, man. I'm glad you brought that up. That definitely needed to be mentioned just now. Fred the Godson. Let's talk about it. Fred the Godson, at his height, could he see Lloyd Banks? Long live, okay. Mark D says, long live the king. Banks. Rappers scared to go against him. Woo! It's getting heated here right now. DJ Sean, nah, it's the truth. Why not? M has killed everyone he's been on a song with. You can't deny it. He murdered Jay. Top 5 punchline rappers. Rest in peace, Fred was nasty. Damn right, Fred was nasty. Let me address Sean real quick. Here's the thing, Sean. Let's do this. You just made the statement that M murdered everyone that he was on a track with, and we know that is not true. Because every time that he jumped on the track with Royce 5'9", Royce 5'9" held more weight on the song than Eminem. Don't get popularity mixed with skill. Eminem, like I said, he's a giant. Eminem on a Renegade, yes, he got in Jay-Z, definitely. But ask yourself this. If it came down to a diss record, do you really think that Eminem would be able to take on Jay-Z and win? M in his prime, Jay in his prime, because the Eminem we're into now is, and even his sales kind of prove he's just, So we can't go off the sale factor. We're not going to go off for that. Because if you're going to go off the sales factor, then 50 Cent would be better, because 50 Cent went 11.5, M went 9. So, but M is dope. But there's just a lot of people that I can name that would just get at M, bro. I'm sorry. There's a lot of people that would just get at M. All right, I'm about to hook this back up real quick, and we're going to take this. And you definitely make sure, Sean, that you call in too, bro. You definitely make sure you call in, bro, with that comment. We got to talk about it. Again, the number is 214-731-4725. Let's try it. Call in, y'all. We got to talk about that, Sean. Sean, we got to talk about that, Sean. We got to talk about that, Sean. We got to talk about that. Banks was fire. I don't know why people sleep on him. Banks is dope. I'm not sleeping on him at all. I think he's a monster. And Kalish is in the building. What's up, Kalish? Let me see. The most punchline rapper of all time. KRS. Royce 5'9" destroyed him. Every last, hey, you know, everything, let's be real. I have to agree with that, man. I mean, Royce killed Eminem. I'm sorry, bro. Royce did. When they was on the track together, what was that song? Bad Meets Evil or something like that. I mean, Royce got that. Hell yeah. I like put red. Okay. Sticky Fingers, Smoked M on Remember Me. Yes. I'm glad you brought that up, Mike. We can't forget that. He did. Let me see. I don't see no calls yet. Oh no, that's from before. It's still gonna show up in the same account. Yes, Sticky Fingers. Niggas, you know for an answer. Been told no. Yeah, I've been told no, but it was more like no. Life's a bitch, let her fuck you if you let her. Better to be a competitor. Woo! Sticky Fingers. Yes, sir. So you can't say M killed everybody he was on the track with. KRS-One, the most punchline rapper. Chino XL. He with the Chino XL. Chino XL was a monster in his time as well. I think Pac just put a lot of cheats in his, just kind of shut him down, don't want to hit him up. And he didn't even diss him in a verse. He just mentioned his name. Great video. Appreciate it, London. This is my type of convo. Darius is in the building. Darius Green is in the building. He said, no, the hell he didn't. What, Sean? No, he didn't. What, Sean? What? Royce didn't kill him? You saying Sticky Fingers didn't kill him on the verse? Come on, bro. Left my ass off. Imagine getting smoked by Sticky Fingers on a song lyrically. JK Beats, you know the number. Talk about it. M kills Sticky. Here's the thing. The number is 214-731-4725. Call up here and let's talk about it. Everybody's in the chat. Let's talk about it. Rudy brought up somebody who's a boss in his own right. He brought up Raz Kass. Woo! He brought up Raz Kass. How tough is Raz Kass? Y'all forgot about Raz Kass? Renegade. Okay, Darius, Renegade, I will give you. M got NJ. I will give you that. YL, Pusha is a beast when he wants to too. Because I'm telling you, man, that Adidon joint was ugly when he went at Drake. That was ugly. I love Jadakiss too. Nature of the threat. Rudy, you need to call up here and talk about this, Rudy. The number is 214-731-4725. Everybody who was trying to call in before, get in the lines, man. Get on the phone and get on the lines, man. Let's go. I'm ready for you. Let's go. Get on the lines, man. If you was calling up here before, let's go. The number again, 214-731-4725. Let's go. Method Man, the what? Okay, Method Man, the what? Okay, the thing about it is, let's take that out the equation. Let's rip Method Man's verse off the what? Let's take Lloyd Banks and let's rip Lloyd Banks' verse off of The Victory. Who is the better punchline artist? Would you put Method Man up there as being one of the greats? Would you put Method Man as being one of the top 5 greats of punchline artists? Let me get your answers and I'll give you mine. Would you put Method Man up there as one of the top? I'm surprised nobody's ever mentioned Hell Rell. Ruger Rell. Hell Rell was a beast with punchlines as well. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but we're hearing Lloyd Banks is the king. Hey, yo, Hood, if you out there still, bro, I'm ready for you. 214-731-4725. Come on, y'all. Defend your comment. Let's go. Darius, you said this is your kind of conversation. Let's get it. Let's get it. Dope Show, this founder of YouTube today. Salute. Salute to you, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And we're going to be doing more of this now. Because even myself, I'm liking the new format of how I got everything going now with being able to call in. You know, it's a good thing, man. And I like this conversation that's going on. Because like I said, MWreck just jumped out of a NASA plane with no parachute and no air gear or nothing. He just jumped out and is floating around in space looking crazy right now. Hell Rel is slept on for sure, but I can admit, meth for me isn't up there. Darius said meth isn't up there. Whoo. You know what, Darius? I'm going to agree with you on that. Here's the reason why I agree with that. Method Man, taking nothing from Method Man, love the Wu-Tang Clan. But at the same time, punchline rapper, I wouldn't put him in the top 5. He's not even in my top 10. He's somewhere lingering around the 20s somewhere. You know, but Method Man makes dope songs, but there's a difference between making dope songs and being a lyricist. They're two different things. Well, Method Man is a lyricist. Let's just say he's not a punchline king. No doubt. I love Meth too, bro. Yeah, I love Method Man too. I'm out of package for it. So come on, y'all. Let's go. Let's talk about it. Defend your comment. 214-731-4725. Call up here. Let's talk about it. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. All right. You are live on Toxic Radio. Caller, what's your name and where you calling from? You are live on Toxic Radio. Caller, you live.
Hey, what up?
What's going on, man? What's your name and where you calling from?
DJ Sean, man. You know I had to call up.
I know. I knew you was going to. Where you calling from, Sean?
Man, son, I'm a New Yorker, but I'm calling out of Kentucky right now, man.
Okay. Kentucky's in the building. New York is in the building. All right, man. You got to defend that comment, man. Come on, man.
Now, trying to tell me that Vicky killed M on Remember Me? Are you crazy?
Why?
You remember what?
With that song, Remember Me.
You forgot M verse.
No, I got it. Sick dream, a picnic scene. Two kids, 16, the M16 with 2 clips each, and them shits reach through 6 kids each. I got it. I told you, I like M. The Marshall Mathers to me.
I like that, but you forgot the first part.
Oh, when I go out, I'm gonna go out shooting.
I'm gonna go out shooting. I don't mean when I die. I mean when I go out to the club, stupid.
Eminem, definitely. He represented very well on that song. But when you listen to Sticky Fingers' verse, it was formulated very well, man. It was formulated very well. The punchlines and the metaphors just ran real smooth, man. I mean, man.
Look, right now, you got the biggest Sticky Finger fan on the phone right now.
Okay.
Like, I grew up listening on it. I have every Sticky Finger album, even the trash from the fucking what is it, the Blade trilogy? Yeah. I'm a big Sticky Finger fan, period. And I'm telling you, everybody that Eminem go up against, even 50 Cent himself said, yo, I don't want to deal with the white boy.
You know, man, I think 50 Cent has a way of saying and doing things just for the simple fact that they recruit at that time. But I think if it ever came down to it, Eminem and 50 Cent situation, 50 Cent will lean on Eminem. And the reason why, and hear me out. The reason why I believe 50 Cent would lean on Eminem is definitely great with words, punchlines, and all that. But when you start to add in the gangster factor, 50 Cent embodies what it is to be a battle rapper. He embodies that shit. And I think he can go in avenues that Eminem could not go down. Eminem is great. Don't get me wrong. He's great. He's phenomenal. but I still can't say every song because Royce had the better verse whenever they were on the track together. And you also can't forget this. You also can't forget this. Eminem took a lot from Royce when he first started getting into the rap scene. Don't forget that.
I give Royce credit. I'm a Royce fan as well. Now, you say that Royce the Five body Eminem every time they're on the song. That's totally wrong too.
What song did Eminem?
With their album, they went back and forth. There's verses on each song that they go back and forth in.
Okay, you know what you're about to make me do, Sean? You know what you're about to make me do, Sean?
Do it.
Tomorrow you're about to make me do an Eminem versus everybody.
Do it. I'm still coming on top. Listen.
Okay, here's the thing.
You had some clown on earlier that said Lil Wayne was better punchlines for punchline. No.
Would you put Lil Wayne in the top 10 at least?
I would definitely put Lil Wayne in the top 10. Lil Wayne is definitely in the top 10.
Okay. Well, let me ask you, because somebody just now put this in here. Check this out. Listen to this. Lloyd Banks, Jada, Fab, Cassidy, Graph.
You know what? I had a lot back in the day, too, until he lost that battle.
You talking about Cassidy?
He got murdered. Cassidy got murdered.
But Cassidy did murder Disaster.
He got murdered by Arsenal. Arsenal murdered Cassidy. Sorry.
You know, I will give you the Arsenal battle, definitely. But
you got to give it to me.
Yeah, but he killed Disaster.
So did Arsenal.
Yeah, he did. Arsenal's a special type of rapper. But here's the crazy thing. I'm glad you brought Arsenal up. Do you remember? Let me see if anybody remembers this. Does anybody remember where he called out M and M was supposed to battle him but changed his mind?
I don't remember that one.
Yeah, that battle was supposed to happen. Go back on YouTube and dig it up. Yeah,
that would have been a good battle.
I think it would have been him, but I think Arsenal would have took him.
Arsenal's nasty. With the wordplay, Arsenal should be on this damn list if you really want to go for wordplay.
Okay. So here's what we're going to do, man. Tomorrow. Y'all listen right here. Tomorrow. I'm going to start it at what time you want me to start it, Sean?
Whatever time. All us DJs ain't doing nothing but, the social shit. So
okay. Tomorrow, y'all. 12 o'clock a.m. p.m. You know what I mean. Not 12 in the morning. 12 afternoon. Right here on Toxic TV, we going to have Eminem versus everybody. Not only am I going to bring the songs out, I'm going to bring out the acapella version so you can hear it bar for bar.
Good. And you're gonna see who lands on top.
That's what it is.
Gotta give that guy his credit. Listen, the only back and forth was him and Red. You remember that song with him and Red?
Yeah, I remember.
Off the Wall, that shit was hot. Red and I'm a big Redman fan. And I'm still, oh man. And yeah, you can say that Eminem style ain't nothing but Jay-Z and Redman together. You're right. I give you that.
Okay. But my man Jess up here, and Jess, you need to call up here. Jess said Lloyd Banks will out-rap anybody. That includes Eminem, too.
That victory verse, you know what? I'm going to say with that victory verse, that Lloyd, he's comparable to Eminem in that victory verse. That victory verse is no joke. I don't think anybody did a freestyle like that with that victory verse. I'm sorry. I got to admit that.
What about Lil Wayne with the Fireman?
Nah, the victory verse, when that nigga said you up under the car like a mechanic, nah, dude. No. He said I got more outs and pass them off. No. Y'all need to listen to that victory verse. You listen to that victory verse, you feel like, oh, shit. No.
Banks that do. So let me ask you the other side of this question. Do you think DMX was honestly dissing Lloyd Banks?
Nah.
Think it was just a matter of this his opinion?
Yeah, nah, he wasn't. He wasn't throwing no shade.
Okay. Okay, that's
And
what's
he
up.
wasn't on the.
That's
he
what's
wasn't on
up.
the shade.
Sean,
I mean, they're making a big,
now go ahead, bro. They're making a big thing out of it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I came on to address it, man. Because like I said, I saw the M-Rec thing and what he was saying. I was like, yo, come on, man, this is corny right here. To even make this comparison is just real corny, man. But I don't think DMX was dissing him.
But you know that's how everybody used though.
Yeah, you're right.
Stuff is fixing everybody go there like clickbait. I used to listen to Fred, but I don't fuck with him no more because he does that shit.
Right.
Some bullshit, and you be like, oh, is that real? And then they be like, well, this could be. No,
right.
No.
Right. I totally agree.
And that's why we talking about this right now.
I totally agree.
Lloyd Banks, DMX. Yo, DMX was a giant in his career. You can't take nothing from that man. Lloyd Banks, lyrically, I think he was the best member in G Unit. I'm sorry. I've always been a Lloyd Banks fan. The only thing that messed him up was when what was it? When what's his name studied with the Cookie Monster.
Game?
What's his name? Yeah, the Game. When he came out with that disc, that's when everybody was like, oh, he does sound like the Cookie Monster. Even I said it. I was like, oh, shit. Let's find out.
Yeah, Game was sick for that. Shout out to Game. Hey, Sean, thanks for calling in, bro. Hang around the chat, man, because this is not done, man. Because I get the feeling you're going to have to defend some more points again on Eminem, bro.
What's cool tomorrow? I'll be here, too. Don't worry about it.
All right. That's what it is. Peace.
All right.
That was DJ Sean. He called up and defended his point. I'm digging it. Let's see. Love this hip-hop talk. That's what's up, London. Mixtape Lil Wayne was phenomenal. Let's see. Also, M had to rewrite his verse after hearing Sticky's verse. Woo! Hey. Yep, man, y'all about to have Sean going berserk up in here. Let's see. Eminem got bars. Biggie, Tupac, M. Banks. Okay. DJ LX with two. What's up, Al? What's going on, A? Eminem destroys everyone. Ooh, that's big coming from Hood. Hood said, no. Hood, get on the line, man. 214-731-4725. You got to defend that, man. You got to defend that right now. You were saying Banks, now you said Eminem against everyone. You got to defend that, man. Let's go, Hood. Is that true? You got to get on here right now with that. The number is 241, y'all, 731-4725. Let's go, man. This is what I'm talking about right here. Let's go, man. M-Rec, take notes, because this is how you're supposed to do this right here. Let everybody have their own opinion. Don't try to shut them down because they don't agree with you. Let's go. Come on, Hood. You got to get back up in here with that, Hood. Let's go, man. You said Eminem against everybody. I gotta give you
bullshit.
I can't say Eminem takes everybody. He said Eminem destroys everyone. If someone calling a bunch of names and you say, wait, not him, that's a diss. Laugh out loud. Then on top of that, say, give me some bars since you think he's not hot. You know, let me see. You know, I think, man, it could be interpreted that way. You're right. It could be taken that way. I'm not even going to say you're wrong, YL. I'm not even going to say you're wrong on that. But do I think DMX meant it as a diss? I don't know, because we've heard DMX talk about people before, and he came straight out with it. When he asked him about Drake, he was, nah. Trash. You know what I mean? They asked about Young Thug and all them, he's like, nah, trash. But I am curious about this, though. Somebody answer this for me. Lloyd Banks at his height and Cassidy at his height. Who is the punchline king? Now, that's a dope one right there. That's a dope one. That's a real dope one. Banks at his height, at his best, and Cassidy at his best. Banks' favorite rapper is Biggie. That's that. Why he's a king with the bars. Let's see. Caller, you're live on the air. This is Toxic Radio. What's your name and where you calling from?
Yo, man, this is Hood Atheist, man. I'm back, man.
Okay, Hood. Okay, Hood. You gotta defend that what you just said just now, man. You gotta defend that.
Yo, man. Yo, to be honest, man, X, man, he's hating, man. He's hating. He knows in his heart how New York dudes take their craft with that pen. You know what I'm saying? So he knows by even saying something like that, that's going to come off as disrespectful regardless. Banks looks like one of them guys that really take his craft serious, that really sits by himself and take his time with that music. So for X to say something like that, to say, oh, name one of his punchlines, that's basically saying like he doesn't even have nothing that you could even remember. He's nothing. That's how I took it.
Okay.
And to be honest, X is really lucky. He's really lucky that Banks had that little calm demeanor, that little, smooth thing. Because if Banks step in the studio right now, he kills X.
I still think it's going to happen. I think it's going to happen.
Could do it.
I think it's going to happen myself.
That would be a good one, though. I'm front and center for that.
Oh yeah, I think it's going to happen. That's going to be a great one. Because at the same time, like I said earlier, DMX is not going to just lay still and take that.
Yo, them dog barks is not going to help, man. I'm telling you. Yo, the screaming and the aggression is not going to work, man. Because when Banks go in there and put that pen on that paper, like a laser.
Okay.
Like a laser.
Okay. So what about the comment Eminem takes everyone? You got to address that, Hood.
Eminem, honestly, like I said, I'm going to be biased with nothing, right? Eminem takes anyone from old school to new school. It doesn't matter. He takes anyone.
Why do you say?
Anyone you can put up against. And he's just, like for instance, he had that new album that he came out with when he was talking about he is a Martian. And that's just what he is. I've never in my life, and I listened to all of them, like all the greats, and I've never heard somebody rap like that. Like, like saying like, God bless the dead, like Biggie possessed his pencil leg, like shit like that, like, man, listen.
Let me throw a scenario at you. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Big Nas and Jay-Z. Jay-Z was regarded as the great. Everyone looked at Nas like Nas was falling to the side. And then came the takeover, and then came Ether, and we found out who was the king of that situation. Now, here's the scenario I'm going to give you. Eminem, right? Eminem. I agree Eminem can take a lot of these dudes. I agree with you. But there's one person who comes to mind who I do not think Eminem could ever take. And for the simple fact that no one has ever heard him destroy a rapper before, just like they said Common couldn't do it and he did it to Ice Cube. They said Nas couldn't do it and he did it to Jay. I believe this person has never been called out for a reason, and why no one would ever start with this person for a reason. And M himself has even given major credit to this artist. Do you know who that is?
What?
Nah, man. Hold on. Hold on.
I don't know.
I didn't even say the artist yet. Eminem has also given credit to this artist, and that artist is Andre 3000.
Oh, yeah. He's fire. He's fire.
So do you think...
He's fire.
Do you think if Eminem dissed Andre 3000, that Andre could not come back as intelligent as he is, as witty as he is, crazy vocabulary is off the meter? Do you think he could not crush Eminem?
No, because Eminem approaches things differently. The reason is M know that he's going up against Andre 3000. Like, M is the student of the game. See, a lot of people look at it differently. M is just a student that soaked up everybody's ability. Like, he's every rapper. M is every rapper. He can do any different style like that. He and he knows that he's going against Andre 3000, you will hear the best M that you have ever heard in your life, and that would be the most dangerous shit ever.
Okay, but me myself, I agree on most of you said, but that's the part where we differ because I believe that Andre 3000, being as intelligent and prolific that he is, Andre is one of them rappers who really doesn't even have to spit any gangster shit to crush you. That's first of all. He never had to do that.
Right.
Second, I think with his intelligence and his intelligence on history and race, I think he would destroy M with that alone. And here's why I say, I don't think he would pull the race card on M. He's too intelligent for that. But I do think he's strong enough to equate his race with the history of his race and do it in such a manner that you would be like, damn.
I mean, Andre 3000 is witty. He is that guy. But I mean, we're talking about M. We're talking about M here. We're talking about a dude that these other dudes, Cool G Rap, you name it, you name all these other OGs, they look at it like, what the fuck we just heard?
Yeah,
they look at him like it's strange.
Hey, Hood. I gotta do a side note real quick. Cause somebody just put something crazy in here just now. Somebody okay, look, Darius, you my dude and everything, but how does Vado fit into this subject?
Vado?
Vato's
nice. Vado's nice, but I wouldn't put him in that. And that's only based off of him not having enough material.
So would you put Vado
based off of that?
Would you put Vado up there as far as punchlines with your Lloyd Banks and your Fabulous and your Jadakiss and your Beanie Siegels?
Absolutely.
You would?
Absolutely. Yeah, I've heard enough of his music. I've heard enough of his music to know. Like I've been listening to Vado for a minute. The problem is Vado is he's like Lloyd. He's very lazy. Like he doesn't put in that work the way he comes out every probably, season or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
If he was consistent, like a Lil Wayne that just slept in the studio, man, nobody will fuck with Vado.
Okay, so would you say Eminem is the punchline king over Lloyd Banks? Ha ha.
Nah. He could do it. Like I said, it's certain patents that you can't duplicate. Like LeBron James' Statue of Liberty dunk. You can't duplicate that. It just looks so dope when he does it. It doesn't look the same when everybody else does it.
Okay, so
you know what I'm saying? So even though M can probably go into that realm to do it, it just wouldn't look the same.
Okay.
As if Banks was doing it. Okay. Big shouts out to Shelly's Life, donating the super chat. Appreciate it, sister. Okay. Yeah, but I don't know why my girl's hating like that, man. He an OG, and he should know better, man. He should be, he should be encouraging, and paying homage, not always, with hate every time. That's not the first person I've seen them hate either. It's just that this person is undeniable. It's undeniable hate now.
Okay,
before
somebody's asked me a question real quick. Sean said, "Hold up, you first said 50 could take M because of 50 embodies that gangster type lean on you type of style, and he's very good at leaning on people. 50 doesn't have to be the most lyrical person to lean on you. 50 knows how to construct the perfect song to destroy you. That's what makes 50 Cent so dangerous. And he has the Tupac syndrome. He studies you. He finds your weakness and then he just tears all into it. Then he said, and now you're saying that Andre could take M because he doesn't need to be gangster. I have to explain that. Here's the reason why. I will explain that, Sean. And you let me know if you agree with this, Hood. 50 Cent. 50 Cent, like I said, he embodies the gangster element. Not only does he sound like it, he looks like everything that he is saying to you. He looks like it. He looks like what he's saying. He knows how to perfectly construct a song. For anyone who's a lyrical giant, he knows how to destroy you still without being a lyrical giant. He knows how to use what he has. And not to mention, he's just a marketing genius. Once you open that door with 50 Cent, It's not going to be one song. It's going to be one song today, another one tomorrow, another one next week. Bring G Unit into it. Then there's another song. Then there's another song, and it doesn't stop. Not to mention, he'll troll the shit out of you online. So you will lose that battle. Now, he do this will. And 50 Cent is good at making you laugh at yourself. He's good at making you just look stupid. He's good at that. I love the piggy bank video when he had the game as the Mr. Potato Head. That shit was hilarious to me. Then he had Nas running behind the damn ice cream truck. That was hilarious to me. He had Jadakiss as the Ninja Turtle. That shit was hilarious, man. Even with Back Down, when he did Back Down dissing Ja Rule, the part at the that's my joint too. The joint at the end, remember he's he better leave Jeffrey Atkins alone. Ja is my boo. He's hilarious. Now, when you're talking about Andre 3000 now, Andre 3000 doesn't need to go to a gangster level with you. For one, he's smart enough to understand no one's going to believe that out of me because I've never been on that type of path. So why would I switch now? Andre.
See, this is the thing. Andre 3000, even though we saying he's crazy nice and everything like that, man, to me, he still remains not battle tested. To me.
I'm glad you mentioned that.
He hasn't shown me anything to make me say, okay, if he could get on the track, you know, he can make a diss joint. Because I've never heard him make a diss joint. Not to say he's an artist and he can't, but I just can't.
Remember,
you know, I can't take somebody's word that never done it.
But history tells us, though, look at Common. No one ever thought that Common would come with something like the bitch in you at Ice Cube. We never saw that coming. And it was ugly as shit. It was ugly, bro. Yeah. It was ugly. No one ever thought that Nas would create an ether. Mm-hmm. But he did.
I mean, I don't put it past Andre to make some fire joint. It's like a boxer that never stepped in the ring that says that he can beat Floyd. I mean, we never seen you even box. We know that Floyd is solidified. We've seen him beat 50 dudes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, with this dude, we don't know. We don't know of what he can do. Like as far as a diss track, would it even hit? Would it be a nice diss track? You know, one of them diss track where it's just nice. It is no hardcore within it. The person that has that fuel in them, that has that fire in them, is gonna run over him for him being nice.
But see, I have to use your concept back at you. I think Andre 3000, the way he constructs words and his intelligence level is just amazing, man. You know, I think for someone like him to go against someone like Eminem, he's going to sit back. He's going to assess the whole entire situation. But one thing I see about Andre is he will assess what can go wrong before he even considers what will go right. He strikes me as that type of person. He will sit back and consider all the factors of all the things that this guy could come at me with. And I honestly believe that Andre 3000 is a sleeping giant. And I honestly believe it's one of the reasons why we've never, ever, ever heard one single rapper even indirectly throw anything at him.
No, I think that rappers haven't thrown anything at him because he haven't gave him a reason. You know what I'm saying?
But since when did a rapper need a reason? That's been done many times without a reason. Somebody threw shots at a rapper.
I mean, I don't think people fear Andre 3000. I mean, it's people that gets at Eminem, which is considered one of the greatest. I mean, people get at Jay-Z. I mean, I just think that he's in a space to where people don't look at him like that. They don't look at him like as far as beef concerned. He's not that kind of dude. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not saying he couldn't make anything hot. I'm not saying he can't, but I just would like to see how a beef track with him would even sound. Like where would he even go?
You know,
because he still has to be respectful in his raps.
But here's the thing.
He can't come out and really be disrespectful. He has to be witty because that's not who he is, and nobody gonna take it seriously.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you something. I think Andre 3000 is such a nice, devastating, intelligent, prolific MC to the point that I think if this man wanted to diss you, I honestly think it will be more than just a nice song. I think it will be a one-shot stab at someone that will be so fucking ugly for the simple fact you would never expect it. The element of surprise, even Sun Tzu says this, the element of surprise is the strongest point of war. And I think because, just like you said, we've never heard him do it, so you couldn't even anticipate how Dre would come at you.
Well, the only anticipation is from what we know of him. We know that he's not that he's not the dude to talk about shooting you in the song, right? So he's not going to do that. He's not going to be aggressive. We already know that. Like, I mean, he only has one lane to take if he makes a beef joint, and that's to just be as witty as possible as he can, because he's not going to make the back down. He's not going to make no kind of record like that that's going to have people like, oh my God, your Andre just lost it and just killed everybody. Like, people are not going to look at it like that. It's only one lane he could do, and that's to be witty and to try to play off little points that he knows about a person. Anything else, like, I don't know. I just never seen him ever get in a skirmish, like, in a studio with people. I just never seen it.
I think it will be very interesting. But somebody just made a comment, an interesting comment, and I'm about to have y'all call in a second. Somebody said, and I'm going to start with you, Ice Cube in his prime, no Vaseline Ice Cube, Eminem. This record.
Him dissing M?
A diss
Like,
record.
who would?
Ice Cube versus Eminem. Ice Cube in his prime, no Vaseline Ice Cube against Eminem. Who wins?
I don't even know why that's even a question. I don't even know. Listen. M will torch the shit out of Ice Cube. He will melt him. He will melt. That's not even. I wouldn't even put them in the. Because oh my goodness, I won't even put them even in the same like stratosphere, man.
Somebody said Juice.
Like, M is sitting somewhere in space, and this dude is down on Earth. That's not even close. Not even close. I mean, I would have put somebody like MC8 against Ice Cube or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, but no, not M. No, not that guy. No. Hey yo, that guy will get in there. That guy will get in there and mimic Ice Cube style and fucking make it sound better. That's what he'll do. Nah, this is, come on, boy. Man.
Oh boy. Somebody said
I've seen a lot of good names put out there.
Somebody said if Eazy-E was alive, he would hand M some. I'm not going to agree with that at all. Ice Cube couldn't even. I mean, Eazy-E couldn't even handle Death Row. He couldn't even handle Death Row.
Eazy-E didn't even write his own rap, so
right.
I don't even classify him as being an artist. He was just a cool guy that made it look good to be from LA, but everything else, no, like. No.
Oh man, that's hilarious. Okay, but let me give you.
His pen was super trash. His pen was trash.
It was super trash.
Cold.
I respect Eazy for what he did for the culture, definitely. But to say that he's battle rapper, nah. I mean, he couldn't even handle the lower level of Death Row. So
no,
I can't give him that. I couldn't even see Eazy-E couldn't even take Rage, if you ask me. So
no, hell no. Yes, Rage would tear him apart.
Ugly. Hey, Hood.
They not even on the same block either.
Hey, Hood. Anybody ever tell you?
All the way up the street.
Anybody ever tell you sound like Hell Rel?
Who?
You.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I heard that.
I was listening. I said, damn, he sound like Rel.
All of us. I guess it's a Bronx thing because all running into my boys like we all fucking sound the same, man. I guess a Bronx thing, you know what I'm saying?
No, I mean,
but I just love music. Oh, and Rel is one of them guys too. I don't know if anybody mentioned him, but
I did.
Punchline is crazy.
I did. By the time this shit touched the streets, I'd probably be shackled up on the bus with beats, but I'ma ride anyway. Get high anyway. Let my VVS jewels blind your eyes anyway. Yeah. Y'all wanna be gangsters?
Y'all wanna
listen to
be
me.
Gangsters? Listen to me. After 2 years of teaching, you'll get your degree. Yo, man.
Yeah.
People
Rugerel.
sleep on that guy.
Which Dipset is
And
one of
I'm
my
talking
favorite
about
groups of
people
all
like
time.
Ryder, Punchlines.
Right,
You know, people sleep on him.
right,
It's a lot of people. It's a lot
Right.
of people.
Matter
You
of
know
fact,
what
I actually talked to Ryder probably like about a month or two ago. Me and him chopped it up. Ryder is one of my dogs, man. We chopped it up. Shouts out to Ryder. Yeah, man, definitely though, phenomenal. Slept on, big time,
Yeah.
big time.
It's a lot of artists. It's just that who's really locking in to listen to these dudes. You know what I'm saying? Who's giving these dudes the ear? You know what I'm saying? Because as DMX was even asking the other dude, I'm pretty sure the dude that he was, you know, didn't go on cold nights, you know, to the you know, getting the CDs when they had CDs, you know, just to listen to the newest mixtape to see who was on it, you know, getting DJ clues, you know, I doubt it. I doubt it.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying?
somebody had a question for you, Hood. Somebody said, "Is Eminem in your top 10?"
M is in my top 3 of
Nice.
whoever lived.
Nice.
Whoever.
Hood, hang on, because I'm going to definitely hit you back to call back in, because shit gets interesting when you on here, bro. It gets real interesting on here, man. So you know what, Hood?
I love it.
Me and you might have to, you know what, man? You on Instagram?
Nah, yo, you know what's the crazy thing, Mike? Is like I don't even have no social media, period. Like, you know what I'm saying? I never had it, never used it, nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying?
See, man, we got to find a way, man, that me and you can chat, man, because we might have to talk about some co-hosting type situation, bro.
All right, no doubt.
You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
Even if
Yo,
you was,
I'm gonna leave my email, you know what I'm saying, in the comment section, all that.
that's a bet. That's what's up. But hang around. I'm gonna hit you back. I'm gonna get some of the other brothers on here because I see some chatting going on in here that needs to be addressed.
All right.
All right, homie. All right, let's back up. Let me see what I miss up in here. Much love for saying that about checks, bro. Real dude. Yikes. There, but yikes. Let me see. I love M, but you rocking with relapse recovery. Let's see. BX where hip hop started at. For sure. Nas is my boy. M is in my top 10. Definitely M is in my top 10. I always say that. I never take that from him. JR nice. Yeah, JR is nice. Let me see. Anybody that want to call in? 214-731-4725. Is Lloyd Banks the punchline king? Because I'm seeing a lot of Eminems and the conversation is becoming Eminem, so I have to bring it back. Is Eminem, does he spill doper punchlines than Lloyd Banks? That's where I'm at right now. Zay is 20 is in the building. What's up, Zay? I like him. He mad creative. DJ Tony said M is mad creative. Is M, I've heard that Lloyd Banks is the punchline king. Does anybody agree that Lloyd Banks is not the punchline king? Who do you have over him and why? The number is 214-731-4725. Let's get it. Oh, yeah, man. Y'all gonna hear more from Hood. Oh, everything is good, Zay. What's good with you? I can't complain. Get up in here. Get up inside the call, man. Get up inside the call, Zay. What you think, Zay? Yeah, Hood is dope, man. Y'all gonna hear more from him, man. I'm about to put him on co-host status. DMX is one of the greats, hands down. DMX is one of the greats, hands down, no doubt. Who do you think is the better rapper? Do you think DMX is a better rapper than Lloyd Banks? Do you think he has better bars than Lloyd Banks? Is Lloyd Banks the punchline king? Is he the PLK of all time? Eminem is now creeping to the situation. Does Eminem have better punchlines and bars than Lloyd Banks? Come on, talk to me. And make sure y'all hit y'all smash that like button, man. Smash that like button and subscribe, man. Because we got a lot of more stuff coming up. Like I said, tomorrow, we're doing Eminem versus everybody. We're going song for song. Eminem versus everybody, song for song. And then I think, you know what I'm thinking? You know what I'm thinking, man. Y'all got me in my zone right now. I think it's only right. I think it's only right. I think it's only right. I think it's only right that we do best groups. G-Unit versus Wu-Tang Clan versus Mobb Deep. I think we need to make that happen versus Rough Riders. Tell me, do y'all think that needs to happen? Do y'all think that needs to happen? X is pure fire. DMX, hardcore rapper, no doubt. Chris is going with easy. Def, yo, that's what's going to happen. So I got one person that's in the group thing should happen. G-Unit, first Rough Riders, versus Wu-Tang Clan, versus Mobb Deep. That needs to happen. Who is the ultimate rap group of all time? He said that would be dope, but nobody beats the Lock, so we gotta throw them up in there too. We gotta throw D-Block up in there too. The D-Block is in it too. This is gonna be crazy. That's gonna be Wednesday. This is gonna be berserk. What's going on, y'all? So again, he said, "Ooh, that would be tight." Oh no, hey, that's happening. That's happening Wednesday. That's Wednesday joint. The group, that's Wednesday. That's happening. That is happening. Wu-Tang forever. YL, I'm down for that. Oh, somebody got Mobb Deep already. Wu-Tang Clan, man. Them boys, man, go crazy on the beats. Yes, sir. My man went with Mobb Deep. Y'all know I love Mobb Deep. Prodigy is my dude. Prodigy and Havoc is just too ill. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So that's gonna happen for Wednesday, y'all. I'm down, bro. Make that happen. JB, that's happening. That's happening. Y'all make sure y'all hit for tomorrow too, man. Tomorrow, 12 o'clock, 12 in the afternoon, we're going to start Eminem versus everybody. And we just going to see, man. We just going to see. Can Eminem hold his own against the whole hip-hop world? We're going to see that. Can Eminem hold his own against the hip-hop world? Right now, I need y'all to call in and let me know if you think Eminem has better bars and punchlines than Lloyd Banks, or is Lloyd Banks the PLK punchline king of all time? Let's go. Eminem just a little more creative than Lloyd Banks, but punchline king forever. M on another level lyrically. M versus Necro. Ooh, that would be ugly too. I'm gonna make that happen too. I love Mobb Deep, real stuff like the Wu-Tang Clan. Love your vibe, man. Definitely need it during these times. Hey, man, you know what, man? You know what, Chris? Salute to you, man. This is me all the time, man. Anybody who's been following me, they already know this is me. I'm nutty. I'm crazy. I mean well. Don't take me personal. This is what I do. I want to see DMX against Floyd. Real talk. DMX against Floyd? You mean Floyd Mayweather? You mean DMX fighting Floyd Mayweather? Like how does that happen? How does that happen? Jim Jones is nice, but I don't think Jim Jones fits into this conversation. Jim Jones makes dope songs. Punchline artist, I can't give him that, but he makes dope songs. That I will definitely give him. Definitely. Thanks to Grim Reaper. Believe he coming for X. You know what? You know what, Mark? I believe that's going to happen too. I believe that's going to happen too, man. I believe that's going to happen. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it. Calling you on here live on Toxic Radio. What's your name and where you calling from?
What's good, man? This is Paul. You can hear me?
I can hear you, bro. Where you calling from?
Yeah. This is YL, man.
Oh, where you calling from, why?
Bronx, the Bronx.
The Bronx is in the building. The Bronx has been in the building for a minute on here now. All right, run it down, bro.
Listen, man. Listen, I just wanted to say that's a diss, man. Like you can't like. I don't know if the format Fat Man Scoop set it in to make him feel that way, but you can't just be calling out names that when he say, yo, oh, not him right there. Then double back on it and be like, all right, so if that's your favorite rapper, tell me what, tell me some of his favorite lines. Come on, you can't be doing that. That's a diss. You coming at him.
Okay. So
personally,
okay, do you think that there's no chance that he could have just been like, hey, it's just my opinion, or do you think he was just outright just hating on Lloyd Banks?
I think it was like some kind of.
He was throwing shade.
Like slap out, some shady shit. Like personally with me, with DMX, like I'm a DMX, man. Like I'm a big fan of his. But if you want to get technical, man, like he told you, and you can look at all the documentaries about him and everything. Like he wrote his hottest shit in the '80s, and then after Dark Hell is Hot and Such My Fresh Blood in My Blood, then there was X with and all that. And then the other X's coming, all the other shits wasn't hitting like that. So you can't just come at a man like your shit was all the way. He had X is a GOAT, and he had a hell of a run, but he had some shitty shit too.
Okay, so you didn't like the Grand Champ album?
Like he had, it went from all right. When we talk about albums, he had like classics to he got some singles. Then it's I fuck with some of those. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
They digress. Like, and sometimes, like, what I personally say to people, like, sometimes your future can outdo your past. You understand what I'm saying? With a lot of these artists and shit, because like, I'm not gonna say that Biggie and Pac died at a good time, but their legacy will never be matched due to the fact that their albums came out already. All you can do is dub their shit and keep on putting out new music.
Right.
But as far as like these other rappers, it's like if you listen to them now, you're like, God damn, maybe it's hot to them, but it's not gonna be hot to you because it's like, well, these new lyricists out, they doing some shit that you never even heard of.
Right.
You feel me? So it's it's like Banks staying in the kitchen. Like whether we see it or not, I know he's keeping his shit like he's keeping his pen hot. You feel me?
Right.
So just in case shit like this happens, he'll be ready. Like DMX, somebody want to like maybe I'm not going to say it, but I want to say fuck it. A lot of people don't want to hear no new X shit. No matter how many niggas feel like y'all want to hear that shit with some new Swiss shit, because what X been doing lately, he's been screaming. He wasn't rapping.
Okay.
And I fuck with X, but you look at M keeping the pen hot. Like a lot of these artists, you look at Jay, like these artists that we naming, Nas, all these people, it's staying in live and still coming out with new music. You can't say that for him, even though he went through his trials and tribulations, and I understand that. Like, I really understand it, and it's fucked up where he could have been. But it's like, you can't just sit on your throne off of the shit you could, but you can't be like, yo, fuck him, he's cool. You know what I'm saying? You can't do no shit like that. This is Fat Man Scoop list. This is not your list.
Okay, but let me ask you this. Switching gears, do you think that Eminem has better bars and punchlines than Lloyd Banks, or is Lloyd Banks the punchline king? Yeah.
I feel like personally when it comes, listen, M got some shit, but M is more for, it's not like M is a gimmick rapper. You feel me? Like he say some hot shit, but it's like when Banks was like really for the streets. Like that's when you put him in Jadakiss and you see Fab, like these motherfuckers rapping like for us. And
right.
M talk about like he'll put a punchline in and talk about slicing Maul's head off. Like you know what I'm saying? Like M is sick, but it's like. That's the shit he do, and you can't question it because the way he put it together sounds so dope.
Okay.
So like when you hear Beamer, Benz, and Bentley and shit, that shit get you out the seat from the beginning.
Okay, well look, this Zay put up in here, and would you agree with this? Eminem is not what he used to be.
He's not, but that's what I'm saying. But no, some people don't get that. Jay is a rare form, and Nas and shit. You get better with time, like. I heard, but M got more of a right now he's trying to deliver a message with his music now. As far as the last album, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like it's not for it's got a shock culture to it, but it's like now he wants you to listen compared to him just like jumping off the page with his bars.
Right. Makes sense.
And another thing I want to say about the Andre shit, like you know what I'm saying, like people like, since he don't rap that much, I wouldn't be surprised if this motherfucker just sit on his ass and just write about everybody, just to be prepared.
Right. I like that.
He never raps. He never writes. So, I mean, he never like on something. And then when you heard like you saying he can't switch styles to styles, but when you hear throw some D's, if you hear Pink Matters,
right,
some people.
Right. Me myself, what always did it for me with Andre 3000, and I always go back to this verse, man, on this particular song. It was by Cool Breeze. It's called "Watch for the Hook," and Andre came on.
Yeah.
And shout out to Cool Breeze. I know his sister and his people, but I will say this, Cool Breeze, you made a very, very big mistake by letting Andre open that song for you.
I know the big drum, man.
Oh yeah, that joint rocked.
Yeah.
But it quickly became Andre's song, and I'm not gonna lie. When I played that song, I rewinded Andre's part back like 50 times before I listened to the rest of the song.
But that's like, you as a that's a big artist. No, like that's what Drake do. Like Drake be taking these up and coming artists and he'll jump and he'll be the first one on. Like he'll be like, all right, I'm gonna do a remix for you. I won't be the one to start it off. And when he started off, it's like I didn't even know who was on it. So now we'll keep on playing his verse back.
Right.
You get the platinum plaque, but it's not your song no more.
Right. Let me ask you this, man, before I let you go, man. Somebody put in here, London put in here, he would like to see G-Unit versus Dipset. Do you think that is a worthy battle?
Yeah. I'm telling you, like, what I put in the chat, I say, yo, if you're gonna do it, you gotta do it like a tournament. And you gonna put like, you gotta have the champion at the end. G-Unit versus Dipset be dope, just like how Rough Rider be versus Rockefeller be dope.
Nice.
From the gate, because then you can incorporate the Jada Kids versus the Beanie Bag.
Nice. Nice. Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, yo, like I just found your joint today because I was just when I saw that DMX, I said, let me just jump on the tube and see what the hell's going on.
Right.
And then I saw yours and I've been locked in. So I'm rocking with you.
I appreciate it.
You gonna get more close to me and all that.
Yo, I appreciate it, man. And we gonna start doing this every day, man. Cause my thing is, man, salute Ebro and all them guys, but I just felt like some of the battles that I've been seeing on here are just like one-sided when it comes to opinion. I like to open the callers up and get y'all opinion. That's why, tomorrow I'm gonna do the Eminem versus everybody. Then Wednesday I'm gonna kill them again with the Wu-Tang versus Mobb Deep versus Rough Riders versus G-Unit. I'm gonna kill them with that.
Oh, yeah,
and then
I'm here for all that.
And then of course I'm going to come back and make that happen, London, with G-Unit versus Dipset. That should happen. That's happen.
That's a must.
That should happen. That has to happen. Definitely.
You got to get it because you gonna play the records. That's for us, man. They ain't like they jump on the verses. They gonna play them billboard shit that
Exactly.
We need the joints from down to like when we really was rocking.
Oh man, I'm gonna tell you something, man, and I'm gonna let everybody know this up front. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna completely skip those songs. It's going to be all day, because I'm going to tell you something. Anybody can make radio hits, but can you hold weight on that underground hardcore street shit? That's where we going.
And that's my thing. Yep.
That's where we going. So it's not going to be the Dipset anthem versus Teach You How to Stunt. It's not going to be that. It'll be like shit, Hell Rel, This Is What I Do versus Young Bucks Walk With Me. It's going to be that type of joint. It's going to be that type of scene. That's what it is. Bro, thanks for calling in. Stay inside the chat, man. We got more to come up, man. Like, no doubt, bro. Like, subscribe. Make sure y'all hit my Instagram. If y'all got anything y'all want me to do any challenges, you let me know, and it's done. Let's see where we at. Where we met. Let me see. London, New York City hip-hop fan. Biggie, King of New York. For sure. We are introducing one more thing at our June WWDC on the 22nd. We are so excited to call them AirPod Studio. Oh, so I got Apple on here. Shout out to Apple. That's what's up. Apple, I'm glad you could join us, Apple. We are introducing one more thing. For sure. Shout out to Apple. Apple is introducing new technology. Shout out to Apple. The AirPod Studio. I might have to grab me some of them joints. Let's see. Michi123, what's good? That's the real Apple. Yes, sir. Zay, how is it in the rap game? Who's better than who and who got the more money? That's how it is. Yeah, that's how it is, man. Banks is going to cook and cook out today. You know what? I think so too. I think Banks probably in the stew right now because you see how much burn this is getting. DMX or OG to be talking about people who trying to make a name for themselves. That's a good point. That's a good point. Y'all need to call in here with these points, man. 214-731-4725. Let's get it. DMX is dissing them. DMX, Fat Joe is GOAT. Rest in peace, Pun. He's a smart dude. No doubt, no doubt. Charles, laugh out loud, my dude. He ain't the king, but he has bars, but not on Eminem level. Lloyd Banks has bars, but not on Eminem level. Let's talk about that, because I'm really curious to see why you say that, Zay. I'm really curious to see, because it could be argued as well that anytime people talk about hip hop, they slide Eminem in there. So when you slide Eminem, you got to call up here and defend that. DMX was just keeping it real as he saw it. He wasn't dissing. Good point, Charles. Good point. BX calling all day. They love hip hop. Smart people. Fat Joe, Jim Jones, my song, Fire, Leo Season. DMX can't even the same remember those basement rap battles he used to do. That's the DMX I know. DMX, yeah, DMX is one of my favorites, man. All around the world. Why? Because DMX music is timeless. I totally agree. Please definitely please define what a punchline is to people. Please, man. Okay, okay. Great caller, everybody. Lil Wayne Carter 1 and 2. Okay. Charles want me to break down what a punchline is. A punchline is like, for instance, let's just say, what is a good one? I'll use Lloyd Banks. I ain't the richest, but I'm richer than y'all. Lloyd Banks is like the young Wilt Chamberlain. All I do is fuck bitches and ball. That's a punchline to where he made a reference to something and he ended it with something witty that also goes along with that early part of the line that he referenced. It's the hardcore part of the bar, that part that hits you like boom. Oh, that was dope what he just said just now. What's another one? What's another good one? Let's see. As far as Charlie Baltimore, studio hour is a waste. She looked like she took a bag of flour to the face. You want street credibility? Instead, I'ma sting you. Come on, Ja. You put a fucking crackhead on your single. It's what's leading up. The punchline is what boom hits you at the end. Everything on that bar and that line just leads up to the punch. It's kind of like Mike Tyson. He's walking you down. He's doing his head movement, how he do his thing, and out of nowhere, pow! That's what the punchline is. It's that hardcore part of the bar that just hits you. Can you imagine if he says something like, I ain't the richest, but I'm richer than y'all. Lloyd Banks is like the young Wilt Chamberlain. All I do is go to the game and practice. It don't hit. You see what I'm saying? The bar, the punchline is that end part of the bar that just blows you back like, wow. And when you're listening to bars, you're listening, what you're listening for is the end of that bar. What's he gonna say to end this off? It gotta be something crazy. That's what you're looking for. That's what the punchline is. Definitely rest in power to Prodigy. Definitely one of the nicest dudes to ever touch the microphone. Definitely. Big shouts out to the infamous Mob Deep and the infamous Mob Queensbridge is in the building. Come on, y'all. Hit me up. 214-731-4725. Is Lloyd Banks the punchline king? But now that y'all have entered Eminem into it, is Eminem, does he have better punchlines and bars than Lloyd Banks? And that I think that's why I was asked to explain what the punchline is. You don't just call up here and say Eminem is the better, bars and punchlines, because he makes dope songs. Granted, Eminem got bars, but the punchline is something completely different. The punchline is different. It's different. There are a lot of people who do witty songs, just like what me and Hood were talking about. They do real witty songs, but the punches aren't there. But nonetheless, the bars are dope. I appreciate reading out my comment. I'm going to subscribe and hit that like button. Much love. Yo, I appreciate it. Salute. Y'all make sure y'all follow me on Instagram. Anything y'all want me to talk about, any battles, y'all let me know what it is, and it's done the very next day and live. You know that same person could have spit 4 bars for DMX. Okay. He said that same. He said that person. He said Fat Man Scoop could have spit the 4 bars. He said if Lloyd Banks was so vicious and he stood by it, he should be able to pull 4 out. Jada, the king of punchlines. Okay, we got Jadakiss on the scene now. Yo, Just, you gotta call in and defend that, Just. You must call in and defend that, Just. 214-731-4725. You must call in and defend that, Just. You can't just bring Jadakiss in and not defend on why you think Jadakiss is, man. Why is Jadakiss the punchline king? You gotta call in with that one, bro. You gotta call in with that one. You gotta call in with that one. And my man who mentioned Votto, you gotta call in too. I didn't forget. I'm reaching back. We going back now. We gotta come in here and defend Votto. You gotta come in here and defend Votto. 214-731-4725. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it. And don't forget, y'all, smash that like button. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Follow me on Instagram, all that good stuff. I will definitely follow you back. If you hit me on Instagram on video chat, anybody who follows me will tell you I will definitely answer. We'll talk and we'll chop it up, man. I'm not one of them dudes who think he's just so, big that he can't talk to people. That's never been me. That's never, ever been me. So come on, y'all. Get on this line. Get on here, 214-731-4725. You got to defend Jadakiss, bro. You got to defend Jadakiss. You can't leave it like that, man. You got to come in here and defend Jadakiss. You said Jadakiss is the punchline king. He's the king of punches and not Lloyd Banks. You got to defend that, bro. You got to come in here and defend that one, man. You got to come and defend that one. Zay, you too. You got to come in here and defend it. Come on, let's go. 214-731-4725. Fizzle. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. I'm seeing all the comments in here, but I don't hear nobody calling, defending what they're saying now. Come on, y'all. Where your elephant balls at? Let's go. I want elephant balls. You know what I mean? Down there. But you're going to see me. You get it. Come on, let's go. Let's get it. Where the elephant balls at? Let's go. In the meantime, yo, Hood, man, let's come back up here, man. Let's come back up here. We need to talk about this. Somebody did elephant ball. somebody just injected Jadakiss into this, man. Somebody's injected Jadakiss in this, which I've heard that before. Jadakiss versus M. How would that turn out? The URL battles where it's sad. You know what? What I'm going to start doing also, man, I'm going to start streaming the battles and everything. I'm going to start streaming the verses that you've been seeing with the rappers and everything on Instagram. I'm going to start streaming those, so get ready for those as well. Big shouts out to Smack. Big shouts out to Beasley. Big shouts out to Mook. Mook is actually on my mixtape that I had dropped called it was called Real Rap Volume 1. He killed the joint with Monet Amore, had him on the joint. It was real dope what they did for me. Shout out to Death Squad for putting me into the mixtape circuit. Arsenal is a beast. Arsenal is definitely a beast. Arsenal is a beast, no doubt. And I think there's a conversation that should happen as well is, battle rappers versus rappers. You know what I'm saying? Battle rappers versus your mainstream rappers. Could the mainstream rappers step into that same run with those guys and take on those guys? No. Could Nas ether a Pat Stay? Could Nas ether a Charlie Clips? Could he do that? Could he ether a Mailman? Could he ether a Hollow the Dawn? Could he? I would like to see him on some mixtapes. Arsenal will be dope on me. Actually, Arsenal does have mixtapes, and what I'll do is also for everybody who would like to see that, I will start making mixtapes of the battle rappers if y'all want to see that type of thing. I got a connection with a lot of them dudes. Like I said, Murder Mook is on my first mixtape, so big shouts out to Murder Mook, who is regarded as the URL king of it all. Put me up on the game. Jadakiss is punchline king. All right, let's go. Here we go. You're on Toxic Radio. What's your name and where you calling from?
Yo, man, this is Hood Atheist, man.
Okay.
I'm back, man. I'm back.
Okay, Hood.
Yo, man, man. Jada against Eminem. Come on, man. Come on. Is that even a question? Jada doesn't stand a chance. And I'm going to tell you why.
Okay.
The reason why Jada doesn't stand a chance is because the things that Eminem focus on is totally different. Like, when you hear Jadakiss is going to ride a beat. That's what he's good at. He can't go outside of that. Jadakiss can't go outside of being Jadakiss, right? To where with Eminem, he's going to go outside of being himself. He'll become you. He'll become someone else. And he'll keep it going like that. With Jada, it's too many fillers within his bars that's not going to stand up. Once Jada starts saying, yeah, and stuff like that, you know, the little fillers, he doesn't have to rap.
I said, yeah.
Yeah, that's going to cost him. That's going to cost him. Riding the beat the way he does will cost him.
Right.
And to me, that's going to be easy. That's going to be easy work.
He said,
That's going to be easy work. Yeah, I don't think there's nothing that Jada's going to say out of the ordinary that's going to stand up to that. Yeah, he's going to be the same slick, smooth dude that we always know, but he's just going to be Jadakiss. Okay. He's not going to go outside of being Jadakiss. And we don't know what we're going to hear from him. We already know what we would hear from Jadakiss if they had a battle. We know what's to be expected. The unexpected is what is he going to say? How is he going to approach it? We already know what Jada going to do. Jada is going to be witty. He's going to be smooth. He's going to use a lot of fillers and to try to make it through. And it ain't going to be that. And Jada's my guy. You know.
No, Jada made but you know Jada made the statement that he made the statement that for $150,000 he would battle Eminem.
And Jada will get his cat removed. Easy. That'd be easy work. That'd be easy work. M will dispose of him immediately. Like, if I was to put a person against him, I would put SP before I put Kiss. I put SP, and not to be like that, I think SP is a better rapper than Jada. Even though Jada has a lot of shine, I believe SP is better than Jada.
I'll give you that every day of the week. Every day of the week, I think he has. He makes better songs, better vocals, and he is all right. Yeah. He's all around better style. Period. And I always liked Styles P's voice on tracks more than Jadakiss.
Right. Same here. It's just that every time I'll bring it up, people, argue the fact, Jadakiss did this, did that. Yeah, he probably has more songs that, cool songs to dance to and stuff like that.
Right.
But when it comes down, getting down to the get down, no artist is as hard as SP.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody.
Yeah, Styles P gets it in. Big shouts out to Styles P. Big shouts out to Yonkers, period. They need more shouts out up there. Definitely. Yeah, D-Block gets it in.
Definitely.
And even I gotta throw back a little bit. To be honest with you, and some people say I'm tripping on this, but I'm a hip hop head and I don't listen to the mainstream. I listen to what you can do underground on that mic. I thought J Hood was ugly.
Yes.
J Hood was a monster.
I was gonna bring him up. I was gonna bring him up when we was talking about the punchline, because when he was putting shit down, I mean. The whole situation with the Locks, stunted his career and stuff. But when he was out and they had the back and forth with Locks against Rock and all this craziness, J Hood stood on his own.
Yes,
he stood on his own. He sat there on the track and he sat there with the best, which is SP, Jada, and Sheik, and he did his thing.
Yes, sir. And somebody put in here also
very underrated.
Definitely free Joel Santana. Definitely somebody also put up in here that Styles P got better projects than Jada. And Just, you also hold on, Just. I'm gonna get that number back out to you. He says Styles P has better projects than Jadakiss. Would you agree?
better projects, yes. Yeah, absolutely. I think that as far as like mainstream, Jada has him on it. But like as far as like underground like projects, like even for him to make the song Green Piece of Paper, you know, to make the song thick is thick, frail is frail. Make sure that my name rings bells whenever I'm in jail.
Right.
It's the belly of the beast, bottom of hell.
Woo!
Like that shit, man, listen. Some niggas make it home and some niggas stay for life. Like, man, listen.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
And Jada's my guy, but nah. CO's pulling the pin. Turtles is coming. Before I hit the block, dog, I'm murdering something. Like, nah, man.
No doubt.
He's on a whole nother level.
Hood, you already know. Hang around in the comments for a minute. Let me get Just on here real quick, and I'll bring you back.
Sure thing.
All right, homie. All right, Just. The number is 214-731-4725. 214-731-4725. Do you believe that DMX dissed Lloyd Banks? And do you believe that Lloyd Banks is the punchline king of all time? Let's talk about it. We got a few more minutes up in here before I get out of here because I still got to get the stuff prepared for tomorrow for Eminem versus everybody. So let's go. Did DMX diss Lloyd Banks? And is Lloyd Banks the pound for pound punchline king of all time? The number is 214-731-4725. Again, 214-731-4725. Let's talk about it. Cookout 2020, easy work, laugh out loud, funny. Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir. And definitely free Joel Santana. Hold your head, Santana. No doubt, man. Dipset. Let's go, y'all. Let's talk about it. Did DMX diss Lloyd Banks, and is Lloyd Banks the pound for pound punchline king of all time? Just, I'm waiting for you to hit me, Just. I'm waiting for you, Just. Let's go. Just Vision, I'm waiting for you. Let's go. 214-731-4725. Let's go. Did DMX diss Lloyd Banks? Is Lloyd Banks the pound for pound punchline king? Let's go. Here we go. Let's get it. You are live on Toxic Radio right now. What's your name and where you calling from?
Yo, you can hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, this show is just from Rochester.
Rochester is in the building.
Ooh.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's talk about it, Just.
You said with the exit, I feel like he did kind of slight Banks, but I think X might be coming from a point of all Banks commercial tracks. He might not really be digging into his mixtapes and all the, Five and Betters, the Money in the Bank. I just feel like he coming from a point talking about Banks bars on Fire and Beamer, Biz and Bentley and all that.
Okay. And I can go with that point as well. Like me myself, I can only go off of the past of DMX. Whenever DMX ever wanted to get graphic and say something about somebody, he said it direct. You know what I'm saying? If he wanted to say you were trash, he would say, "Yo, dog, you're trash," straight up.
Yeah.
He's gonna say it.
Mad people.
Right. And regardless of how you feel about it, he gonna say, "Yo, you're trash." When they asked him about Drake, he said he's trash. In the same instance, in the same interview, they asked him about Kendrick. Kendrick's dope. So they asked him about Lil B. He's trash. He named this album "I'm Gay." I can't get down with that. He's just gonna give you what he feels. And I honestly don't feel like he was coming from a dark-hearted place, like saying Banks was trash. I think he was just simply saying like, Banks, in my opinion, I don't put him up there as one of the greats. Which he has his own right to say that, especially being the OG that he is. He kind of has a right to sit back and say, you know, who he think is great and who he doesn't think is great. But on the flip side of that, do you believe, according to MREC says that Lloyd Banks is the punchline king of all time.
Oh man, shout out to Emrek though, man. I be tuned into his shit too, but I don't think Banks is one of my favorite dudes though, but I don't think he's the punchline king of all time. He's one of the punchline dudes. Fab, Jada, Joe, Pat, Cash, a bunch of other dudes I'm probably even forgetting right now, but I don't think Banks is the clear head punchline king. You gotta put in Jada and all them too.
Right. And to be fair to Rec, to be fair to Emrek, I'll be fair to Emrek. Maybe he was saying that because he was in the moment of what was going on and the heat of the topic that was going on. So I see maybe Emrek was just in his emotions at that moment of what DMX said, you know, in reference to Lloyd Banks. But at the same time, I think it's kind of irresponsible of Rec to bring up, you know, DMX smoking crack and all that, and a lot of his callers called in, oh, he's smoking all the work. I mean, that really doesn't have anything to do with his opinion. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I was in that game before. I saw, yeah, nutty. And I learned stuff from pipe heads as they was blazed out. You know what I mean? So to say that,
so him doing all that, that's besides the point.
Exactly. And I felt that was real dirty of him to do, especially now that everybody and mark my word, y'all listen to this, mark my word. Everybody who talks about this after this video, every video that you see, I guarantee you, in every video they will make a reference to DMX doing drugs, and you heard it here first. Watch.
That's a fact, though.
And what that does, man, it takes away from the whole argument. It takes away from the whole thing and focuses it on something petty instead of actually what DMX said and what he possibly could have meant. That conversation needs to happen. Then to say, oh, he's smoking all the work, he's bugging out right now.
Yeah, now let's break down. Do y'all really believe if he the TLK? Should he be on the top lyricist list or not? You're right.
Right. You know, and he said that DMX is not a lyricist. I can't say he's not a lyricist. Is he a top 5 dopest lyricist? No, I'm not going to say he was, but you cannot say that DMX was not a lyricist.
Nah, you can't say that.
Right.
His verse on that the niggas done started something like, come on, man.
Right. You know, and DMX has I mean, look at his verse on the what's the name? The Touch It remix with Busta Rhymes.
Yeah.
Anything I see is gonna be a breakdown. Come through like, what I'm gonna take now.
What I'm gonna take now? Come on, man.
Right. You can't say that DMX is not a lyricist. If you want to say he's not a top 5, top tier, fine, I will give you that. But to say he's not a lyricist, to say he's not let's not forget, this is the same man who many people say in a battle beat Jay-Z. You know, so I mean, I can't say that he's not a lyricist, and not even if he did beat
track from back in the day, like come on,
right,
from a different era, different cloth. Like,
exactly. That's kind of like trying to argue the fact of saying that Jay-Z is not a doper rapper with bars than Arsenal from URL. Two different levels here. Two different levels.
Right.
I will never put these two men into a category for the simple fact that this man eats, sleeps, breathes all day long, drinks, smokes, shits, bars. This man over here, he has dope bars, dope punchlines, but he mostly focuses on giving you a dope song. Does that take away from Jay that said he does not have bars? No. Does it take away from him to say he's not a lyricist? No. He's just not on this man's level.
Right.
So I think Emrek was, I just think Emrek was very irresponsible in his approach of him saying that and referring back to DMX, you know, doing drugs. I thought that was real lame. I thought that was lame. So, you know, so with that being said, Emrek, I got to give you
bullshit.
I just got to, man. I got to.
Oh, man.
I got
to. Yeah, man. Salute, man. I'm served up and all that.
Appreciate it, bro.
I'll call back in and all that, man. So
definitely.
Keep doing your thing, bro.
Appreciate it. Make sure you tune in tomorrow, man. We're going to have Eminem versus everybody. We're going to break everything down bar for bar, not just playing the mainstream stuff. We're going to that hardcore, gritty, grimy with the bars and see if Eminem does hold weight against everybody.
All right, let's get it in there, man. Salute.
All right, bro. I appreciate you.
All right, peace.
Peace. What part is it? Oh yeah, this case again for y'all who didn't hear what DMX, the whole thing that's being raved about. I'm gonna play it for y'all again. Here we go.
Rakim. Yeah. Bougie Rap. Big Daddy Kane. Yeah. Fuck the Mess. Nas. Black Thought. Fabulous. Data Kiss. Slick Rick. Fred the Godson. Raekwon and Ghostface. Biggie. Yeah. Slick Rick. KRS. Lloyd Banks. Big L. Eminem. DMX. Drake. Lloyd Banks. Huh? Lloyd Banks. Of course. Bro, the illest lines ever. All right, quote 4 bars. Impress me with 4 bars is. Come on, X. Come on, I can't even 4 bars. Yo, it shouldn't be hard. 4 bars. 4 bars. Give me two. I can't think of them. Huh? I can't think of them now. I just was writing. Oh, okay. All right.
All right, y'all. So that's what the rave is over right now. That's what everything is about right now. Do you think, with hearing that, did DMX diss Lloyd Banks? Or was he just giving his opinion? Do you think he dissed Lloyd Banks? Hey, Hood, somebody said, do you rap? You should make some music. You should make some music. Do you rap, Hood? I got beats if you do, man. Salute to the chat. Good looking on the cell. On the call. For sure, man. For sure, Judge. This is what we do. Man. This is what we do. I'm glad to be able to start this new format with y'all, man. It's great, man. It's a real good thing. I think these things need to be talked about because some of these outlets on YouTube that have gotten so big and love to talk about how big they are, it's whack to me. But somebody need to have a conversation behind them because a lot of these guys tend to lean to one person instead of having an open conversation. So we're gonna have open conversation here. Nobody not gonna jump on you because you said this or jump on you because you said that. All right, so I'm not gonna do that. MRET, I still think you wrong, bro. I got love for you, but I still think you wrong, bro. A lot of Punchline King rappers learn something. Yeah, there is a lot of them. There's a lot of them. But he jumped out the window by saying Lloyd Banks is the best. So did Fat Man. Fat Man said the same thing. He said Lloyd Banks has the best bars of all time. So, I mean, I like Banks. I think Banks is dope. Is he the pound for pound bar punchline king? It remains to be argued. So what's up, guys? Let's go. Let's get up inside of here. 214-731-4725. Hey, Hood, people want to know if you rap, bro. They want to know if you rap. I want to know, too. Now I'm curious. So come on. Did DMX diss Lloyd Banks? Or was he just simply just like, yo, I don't think he's up there like that. And is Lloyd Banks the pound for pound punchline king of all time? Does Lloyd Banks get that title? Does he get that title? Does Lloyd Banks get that title? Let's go, y'all. Hit me up. The number is 214-731-4725. Let's get it. Call in, be heard, defend your point. And don't forget to tune in tomorrow. We're going to do Eminem versus everybody. Don't forget to do that versus everybody. We're going to bring some of everybody in here. It's going to be a lengthy one, too. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. We're going to have some real battles here, y'all. The real battles here. Not that little mainstream stuff that people talking about, but the real, okay? Again, did DMX diss Lloyd Banks or did he just slight him a little bit? And is Lloyd Banks the pound for pound bar punchline king of all time? Keep that phrase in mind, of all time. Keep that phrase in mind. Keep that phrase in mind. Like I said, I mean, MREC, if you out there, bro, if you out there listening or somebody out there knows MREC, come on here. I'm not going to bite you, dog. It's just a conversation, dog. That's all it is. I just disagree with some of the stuff you said. I just disagree with it, bro. You like to challenge everybody. How about accept the challenge with somebody challenging you, bro? I just can't feel it, bro. I just can't. Some of the stuff you said is just like jumping out the window. Like you just shot some heroin into your veins and opened the airplane door and said, the hell with the parachute. I'm free falling. I'm free. Free falling. That's kind of what you did to me, bro. Free falling. Oh. So, again, did DMX diss Lloyd Banks? Did DMX diss Lloyd Banks? And is Lloyd Banks the punchline king of all time? Let's go. Just whatever you do, don't call up here free falling like M-Rec did. Don't do that. Don't do that. Explain your opinion and let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. I'm taking calls. The number is 214-731-4725. Is Lloyd Banks the punchline king of all time? Think about that. Of all time. Is Lloyd Banks the Floyd Mayweather, as everyone calls it? Is he the Floyd Mayweather of bars and punchlines? Is he? Does he stand alone? That means over everybody. That's over your M's. That's over your J's. That's over your Jadakiss. That's over your Fabs. That's over your Games. That's over your Beanie Siegels. Is Lloyd Banks the GOAT of punchlines? And is he the punchline king of all time? Is he the Floyd Mayweather of punchlines and bars? Let's talk about it. The number is 214-731-4725. Again, 214-731-4725. If you heard M-Rec, do you agree with M-Rec that Lloyd Banks is the best of all time? Or do you think M-Rec just jumped out the window himself? Is Lloyd Banks the king of it? Again, the number is 214-731-4725. Let's get some more callers in here before I close this out. Let's go. Come on. Is the dog tripping? Or does the dog have a right to his own opinion? Was the dog dissing Lloyd Banks? Or was the dog just making a statement? Was he just taking the time to a chance to make a statement? Because I don't think he was dissing him. I think, he was just like, yo, defend your point. You said Lloyd Banks. You said Lloyd Banks was dope. Give me 4 bars. All right, hell, give me 2. Defend your point. But it could also be looked at that DMX was dissing him. So was DMX dissing him? I don't know. I don't know. Let's get to the nitty gritty of it. Holler. And don't forget, again, as I said, don't forget to tune in tomorrow. Eminem versus everybody. Don't forget to tune in the day after that. It's going to be the battle of the groups. Who held the most power in hip hop far as groups go? Was it the Rough Riders? Was it Mobb Deep? Was it Rockefeller? Who was it? Was it Wu-Tang Clan? Who was it? We're going to have all of that. I'm going to open the calls one more time, y'all. One last time before I get out of here. The number is 214-731-4725. Did DMX diss Lloyd Banks? Is Lloyd Banks the punchline king of all time? Let's go. Let's count it down. I'm going to give it 20 seconds, y'all. Let's go. 18. 14. 10, 5, 1. All right, y'all. That is the show for the day, y'all. It was great up in here. Free Max B, definitely free Max B, definitely. That's a soldier right there, free Max B, most def. I heard that a situation probably be happening with Max B probably coming out soon anyway. That's what's up. All right, guys, you know who it is. You know what it is. Again, I'm going to give one more time. 214-731-4725. The DMX diss Lloyd Banks. And is Lloyd Banks the punchline king? I'll leave it up for 10 more seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No. All right, y'all. You know who it is. You know what it is. DJ LX Star. That's with 2 R's, baby. And we about to be out of here. If you just getting this, hit me in the chat. Did DMX diss Lloyd Banks? Is Lloyd Banks the pound for pound king of bars and punchlines? Is he the Floyd Mayweather? I see some people just came in, so I'm gonna hold on a second. The number is 214-731-4725. Is Lloyd Banks the king of punchlines, or is M. Rectus jumping out the window again? The number again in our 215, it is 214-731-4725. Hood do sound just like a young Hell Rel. Again, the number is 214-731-4725. Did DMX diss Lloyd Banks? I don't know, man. Hip hop is in a crazy space these days, man. It really is, man. We got a lot of things to cover and talk about, man. We got things to cover and talk about, man. We do. We got to talk about men with man purses. We got to talk about tight pants wearing. We got to talk about all that stuff. So, man, Eminem has a lot of fans. Eminem does have a lot of fans. I will give you that. But you know one thing, London, about Eminem's fans, I will say this. A lot of Eminem fans, and I've come across this myself, a lot of them weren't even really listening to hip hop until he came along. So when people argue the fact that he has a lot of white fans who only listen because of him, there is some truth to that. That can be argued. You know, I had a group of guys that were talking about Eminem and being the best, and I told them to name other rappers, and they really couldn't. I asked them if they know who Mos Def was, and they said no. How do you not know Mos Def? You know, so it can be argued. But all right, y'all. I might get no more callers in right now. No one wants to break down their point. If they think DMX dissed Lloyd Banks, or if they think Lloyd Banks is the greatest punchline king ever. Again, the number is 214-731-4725. Again, y'all can continue it on in the comments if you want. I'm hanging on for a few seconds to see if anybody wants to call in and tell me if they believe DMX dissed Lloyd Banks, or is Lloyd Banks the punchline king of all time. The number is 214-731-4725. Hit me up. I'm about to be out of here. If I don't get the calls in a few minutes, I'm about to be out of here. Plus, I'm getting hungry too. I need to go eat something. And then Jack Daniels hour is coming up. All right, y'all. I'm done. I'm out of here. You know who it is. You know what it is. DJ LX Star. Don't forget to like, subscribe, smash that like button, man. Hit that notification bell so you know when new videos come out and when I'm live. Don't forget also to follow me on Instagram at DJ LX Star. That's with 2 R's, baby. And I'm gone. And you know my motto. Mind your business. Because when you mind your business is always on your mind, man. All right, y'all. I'm gone. And I'm out of here, and I'll see y'all tomorrow at 12 o'clock. Remember, Eminem versus everybody. Peace.